intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, Daddy, this is $1 beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar over. I feel like he was straight up and down, no really no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's going to be a show full of facts and a lot of people probably upset. Listen, the double standard is there. Are the Canelo detractors going to call Gervonta Tank Davis on his Canelo-like tactics? Or is Tank just taking a page out of Floyd Mayweather's blueprint? If you were like me, who took advantage of Brian Custer doing a fantastic interview with Gervonta Tank Davis, then you would have known that Tank gave a list of the people that he wouldn't fight. And it's a pretty long list. He said no to Vasil Lomachenko, and at least no until 2022. And he said no to Devin Haney. He said Devin Haney is a clout baby. Then he said no to Gary Russell. He said Gary Russell is too small. And for 1 minute, you thought that he was saying no to Ryan because he said that it would be too soon for Ryan to fight him and that Ryan needs more time with Team Canelo before he faced him. But ultimately, when asked if you could pick your next two fights, who would it be? Tank told Brian Custer of the Last Stand podcast that he wants to fight Leo, who he's already scheduled to fight, and Ryan Garcia. I don't understand. I have to ask you guys. I mean, this has to be considered ducking, right? I mean, if Canelo is ducking Jamal and Jermell, and he's ducking Andre, this has to be ducking, right? You don't want to fight the champion in Vasil Lomachenko. You don't mention Teofimo. You say that Devin Haney, the champion, is a clout baby. I don't understand. And then when you talk about Gary Russell, there's a lot of contradictions. When he's bigging up Leo, he says that Gary fought Leo and everybody knows Gary's a puncher. But when he's offered the Gary fight, he says, well, Gary's too small. And when pushed on the Gary fight, he says, well, Gary doesn't bring enough tickets. He doesn't put enough bums in seats. So I'm a bit lost. But look, again, I'm just bringing the facts. I'm gonna play the facts, and we're gonna get through this one real quick, man, real quick. Well, that wasn't the soundbite, but hey, pretty fitting because there are no explanations here. If Canelo could duck Andre, who hasn't done anything, well then surely Gervonta is ducking Vasil, who's done everything. ducking Haney, who's a champion, right? I mean, I don't know. Gary, who's been calling him out, no, that none of this counts, huh? I don't know. I'm just wondering when do things, be taken evenly? When is the energy the same for everybody? It's a little funny. A little too funny how things work. But we got the audio from Custard. It's a bit long. We got to listen to at least 4 minutes because it's packed with answers for all the men. So we're going to be breaking this up. I didn't know it was that long until looking at it. Wow. All right. Let's try it.
The guy that everybody wants to call out for some reason. Let's start, and I'm going to name a fighter, and you just give me your response. Dazn Haney gets on Instagram. He posts your picture, your face in a Donald Duck body, and says that you're just one of the number of fighters trying to duck him.
Now, for those that don't know, obviously, we reported on that. The back channel had that also. Devin posted on his social media a DuckTales image filled with all the DuckTales characters, filled with 135-pound fighters that he feels was ducking him or avoiding him. And Tank was one of those names and faces.
Dazn Haney.
You look like I duck a Devin Haney. Clout baby. We're going to call him Clout baby. You looking for the clout.
Now, again, for the Tank fans, is that enough? This is a guy that you've sparred with, a guy that since before, he became a name, he was making a name off of you in the sparring, telling people how bad he beat you in sparring. Now he's become a champion, a respected champion, There are some people that question the legitimate, whether or not he's legitimately a champion, but he's respected in the sense that people see his skill. So, is that enough of an answer to just call Dazn Haney a clout baby? I don't know.
Ryan Garcia. He says, in fact, your good friend Adrian Broner says you're going to fight him after Leo Santa Cruz. Ryan Garcia called you out earlier this year. What about Ryan Garcia?
Ryan Garcia, baby. He's a baby. But he got potential. It'd be too early. He still got.
It'll be too early, he says. So just remember that. Right now, he's saying it'll be too early. 2 minutes later, let's hear what he's got to say. Oh, wow. Yeah. Someone's got the television on. I'm alive, fellas. I'm alive. All right. So, right now, he's saying it's too early. 2 minutes from now, he's about to say something totally different. But let's keep the tape going. A lot of incriminating information on this audio. It's so incriminating that Brian Custer had to turn the comments off on his podcast.
You need to work with the Canelo team a little bit more.
So again, he's letting you know that Ryan needs to keep working with the Canelo team before he could get in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis.
Tevin Farmer, another guy who's called you. Obviously, he's got Jojo Diaz. He's got in front of him. He's another guy. Your thoughts on Tevin Farmer?
Now, I didn't even put Tevin on a title because I feel the same way the Tank does. It's the same Fury beat Wilder logic. But, he just has no one on his list but the people that he wants, huh? You know what I'm saying? And this is what you get from this.
We can't even mention Tevin Farmer no more. We can't mention Tevin Farmer no more. He can't even be. He got to work his way back up. He got to grind back. He got to go back and to that gym and grind back up. We can't even mention him no more. We can't. We got to mention Jojo Diaz.
So according to Tank logic, we can't mention Wilder no more. He got to grind back up. We can't mention Dillian White no more. He got to grind back up. We can't mention Tevin no more. He got to grind back up. So if you lose, we can't mention you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just giving you Tank's logic. All right? moving forward.
Gary Russell Jr., another guy who said he wanted to fight you. Your thoughts on Gary Russell Jr.?
Gary Russell Jr., I believe he's too small. Gary Russell Jr., I don't think that's a fight that.
Mind you, he's saying he think he's too small. Now, obviously, I couldn't clip the part and add it to this where he spoke highly of Leo, and by speaking highly of Leo, he had to speak highly of Gary, call Gary a puncher. Again, 2 minutes ago, Gary was a puncher. Right now, Gary's too small.
A fight that makes sense right now because it's we looking at, if we building a star, we want somebody that can pit butts in their seats. Gary Russell still.
So let me get this straight. When you got to fight Gary, is about building a star. When you got to fight Vasil, that fight ain't ready till 2022. When you got to fight Haney, he just a clout baby. All right, I'm starting to get the picture. Okay.
Still fighting in, that small MGM. We need somebody that can fill the big MGM in the T-Mobile Center. So it don't make sense. We're going after this.
Right. And then the one everyone always asks you about is Vasily Lomachenko.
Shots fired. He said, look, man, we need someone that can fill the big MGM, the big T-Mobile. So shots again at Gary, which I don't agree. I mean, who in their right mind thinks that Gary and Gervonta wouldn't sell out in Atlanta or wouldn't sell out in D.C.? The same arena that Khan and Peterson use, why can't Gary and Gervonta use it? But Gervonta Canelo Davis, he's calling the shots. Gervonta Canelo Davis, he's done what he's done. No one else has done what he's done. So he's in the driver's seat. So just sit back. This is the Tank Davis show. And we're learning that.
Lomachenko, if we get past our few guys that we got ahead of us, because we can't look past.
Now, I want to see all the AJ fans who got mad at Wilder for announcing 2 fights without giving us the unification with AJ. Remember y'all got mad at Wilder? Because Wilder said, no, I'm fighting Lewis and then I'm fighting Tyson. Y'all got mad. Oh, yo, why your man ducking? He announcing 2 fights. He don't really want undisputed. Give me the same energy. He telling y'all he ain't fighting he ain't fighting Lomachenko until he fight a few guys he said he got. So just listen closely.
Our opponents that we have in front of us, then
opponents with an S.
We can make it right. I think it's probably time, or definitely not this year.
Definitely not this year, 2020.
Next year, then 2022. I believe the beginning of 2022 we can make it happen.
The beginning of 2022 we can make it happen. I need the AJ fans that used to get on Wilder. You know what time it is. I need the Canelo fans that the Canelo haters that say, that when Canelo says that the Jamal fight ain't ready or the Andre fight ain't ready, when Canelo fans say, what have they done? Like, come on, y'all. We need that same energy now. Where y'all at? I don't see nobody in the chat. Where y'all at? I'm just saying.
I always ask the guys, especially fighters who we have on the show, this question. If it was up to Gervonta Davis, give me your next 2 opponents.
Now, I just want you to see what it is to be in the presence of Floyd Mayweather. Watch how he answers this question. The media training in full effect.
Definitely Leo and Ryan Garcia. Why I say Leo and Ryan Garcia? Because, for one.
No, really, why did you say Leo and Ryan Garcia? First of all, Leo's already signed, sealed, and delivered. it's already there. You in training camp for that. So you see how slick that was? That's a Mayweather trick. Next 2 fights. Well, I'm going to give you the one you already know I'm fighting. I'm not going to give you another one. You understand what I'm saying? He mentioned the one. We already know you fighting Leo. Why you couldn't say, I want to fight Ryan and Vasil? Or Ryan and Lopez? No, you're going to tell us the Santa Cruz that we already know. Media training at its finest.
Ryan Garcia have a he's picking up a good crowd. He's like he like an Oscar coming up. Not more.
Oh, he like an Oscar now. Okay, Ryan. Shout out to you.
Not more big as Oscar, but he have that. He have a crowd. So it's good once you have somebody that have people behind them, and you know where you trying to go at. Then it's good to bring that together. So.
Okay, so you can't fight Gary because he don't bring the seats and he don't bring this. And this is a video podcast. This means he was rubbing his fingers together with his thumb, which means money. And he wants to fight Ryan because Ryan does bring money. And he's like Oscar, but not like Oscar, but brings a crowd like Oscar. Okay, so we have skipped Pretty Boy Floyd. Gervonta has soaked in Money Mayweather. And now he is, depending on how you envision this, how you're interpreting this, he's either Canelo or he's Floyd. I'm saying Canelo because the haters, right? They like to blame Canelo for everything. It's Canelo's fault the earth is, flat or round. It's Canelo's fault when there's a tornado. So, I mean, this is Gervonta following in the footsteps of Canelo, or is it Floyd? You understand? Like, I want to see that energy be the same. That's all I want. That's all I want. Give me the same energy, because now the one is doing what the real one does. You understand? You see how I did that? The one is doing what the real one does. Let's see if your energy's the same. We got a few super chats, though, and then we're going to open it up for Marioski, who joined us. Ken Stone says, Loma got the ring belt. Tank flexing a WBA regular. Shout out to all my regular champs.
Shout out to my regular champ.
Let me get to
That's hilarious.
Big Super Max, who said, but this guy's pay-per-view. Laughing out loud emoji. Fuck out of here. Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk says Gary and Tank would fight at Raven Stadium. There you go. But he says Gary can't put butts in seats. Mario, what do you think about this very incriminating interview? I don't know if it's incriminating, but he's definitely laying out his plan. And his plan is not the Pretty Boy Floyd. It is the Floyd Money Mayweather plan. The let's go get that money. Let's chase the Latino. I'm going to chase the Mexican in Leo Santa Cruz. I'm going to chase the Mexican-American in Ryan Garcia. It's really the Mayweather plan, but I'm saying Canelo because the haters, they blame Canelo for everything.
Yeah, look, he essentially confirmed what we all knew, that this division is broken into two, kind of pathways. There's the let's go for greatness pathway with the Lomachenkos and the Teofimos, right? And then there's the Gervonta and the Ryan Garcia. And I'm not saying that they're not great. I'm just saying that is a commercial fight. That is a fight that has gotten steam. That's a fight that probably does better numbers than any other combination, with the exception of maybe, I don't know about that, but it'll do big numbers. But I don't know why he would even say these things. Here's the thing. At least Floyd never said these things out loud. Like, anytime somebody brought up like supremacy or lineal titles or anything, like, he just said, I'm the best. Like, they all have to come through me, but it doesn't work for Tank. He can't do that. So for him to shoot down everyone, especially the guy with all the belts in the division, it is, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's sad for sure. It's disheartening. It just makes you feel like those fights are so far away.
No, they
like
are.
We're never gonna get them.
He teased you. He said, yeah, that Lomachenko fight, I think that fight is
Oh yeah,
ready.
2022.
He said, I think that fight is ready for this year. Oh wait, no, definitely not this year. Maybe next year. Nah, not next year, but the beginning of 2022. I'm like,
you know what?
damn.
Let me check the Mayan calendar. Let me see when they got this fight going on. Like, yo, and for him to call Devin Haney a clout chaser is just like,
not even. He called him a clout baby. That's a new
clout
term.
Baby.
That's
that's a new one right there. I don't even know what a clout baby does, but I don't know. Probably not good. Listen, for you to call Devin Haney a clout baby, and Devin Haney's gotten like the most ink in terms of like, you know, the guy that could be the perceived pound for pound one day. It just seems kind of like you're emotional about it. Like he knows very well why we want to see Devin Haney and him in the ring. He wants to pretend that it all comes down to logistics, and that's okay, fine. But he has the same kind of belt Devin Haney does, essentially. And I'm not saying Devin Haney's not a real champion. You know, I'm just saying that it's a secondary title to Lomachenko. It is really what it comes down to. And now maybe Devin Haney deserves that title for sure. All I'm saying is that there are two belts in both those organizations. They each hold one of them, and there's another guy. Like, why wouldn't you want to, at the very least, take Lomachenko's and become the only version of the WBA belt? But if you don't want to do that, then go grab the real WBC belt, you know, is what you could start to call it. You beat Devin Haney, and then it's like, bro, I'm the real champion of the WBC and the WBA. Who's this Lomachenko? But you're not even going that route. You're saying, oh, I like Ryan Garcia, the next De La Hoya? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Ryan Garcia, to me, sounds, you know what Ryan Garcia really is? The lowest hanging fruit.
He liked De La Hoya. He say he liked De La Hoya, but he not really like De La Hoya, but he bring a crowd like De La Hoya. Yo, what was it? 4 weeks? He spent 4 weeks with Floyd to open up camp. That was the best thing, man. He sound just like Floyd. Man. I mean, wow. And let me tell you, he's going to continue to solidify himself as the A-side. He does this fight on pay-per-view. If it's remotely good enough to get that second pay-per-view that he's talking about, which is Ryan, I mean, it's over. He's the A-side without having to go through the gauntlet, without having to fight Devin or Teofimo, let alone Vasil.
Damn, that's such a good effing point, bro. I didn't even think about that. He essentially set it up for any of those guys that call him out to make it that, like, he just basically gave Ryan Garcia all the ammo that he would need. You know what I mean? Like, you got Gervonta Davis basically saying you're the only one in the division worth a grain of salt. Like,
not really. I mean,
just building up his head. Like,
I guess I could see that, but he, you know, he's also got the backdoor exit, which is there's still an Abner Maris fight there. Like, we still, like, that fight was actually signed, and it was the fight, and we weren't mad. So, like, they could still, you know, like, if he does good with Leo, right? Like, good, let's say better than Earl, better than the 345, right? Like, I could see them bringing him back versus another Mexican that, you know, they can move the needle with, and Abner could possibly be that guy.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, though. If he starches or runs through or just dominates a Leo Santa Cruz, you know, I just don't see anyone being okay with a Abner Mares who is perceived to be in lesser shape than a Leo Santa Cruz. And I'm talking about, like, physically, you know what I mean? Like, coming back from every injury that he's had to come back from, he's like a sitting duck. If you ran through Leo, who beat Mares, you're gonna come back and fight Mares, not Lomachenko, not Teofimo. I would still rather see. Listen, I would rather see.
But we see people do that all the time. Look,
I know, you're right.
Povetkin got White and not Hunter. You know, like, so it was supposed to have been Hunter to get White, but it didn't work out that way. It was Povetkin. So, you know, like, you see that, and I know that was not a legitimate loss. It was a draw, but, you know, you kind of get what I'm saying. But let me get to this other super chat. Looks like we just got a new one in after Teddy B. Midwest Sports Talk. It looks like we got two. Ken Stone. Shout out Ken Stone. Thank you for rocking out with us. He says, if T.O. beats Loma, what's Tank excuse then? Laugh out loud. I mean, it's going to be the same excuse, right? Because if you don't want to fight Loma, why would you want to fight Lopez?
Did they even bring up Theo in this?
No, he didn't
you
even
see, that's bullshit. To leave out the supremacy fight in your division, yo.
Well, if we take the entire interview from the beginning to the end in its context, he made it clear he feels better at 130. But he never said, I'm not moving to 35. He said, if I do go back to 35, I will come in like 132. So, that's that.
Yeah, and that's a fair point. That's a fair point. And now that I think about it, Brian Custer was giving him the names. It wasn't like they were asking him fighters to mention and he brought them up himself. You know what I mean? Like every fighter was given to him, including damn it, what's his name? Lost to Jojo Diaz. Shit, what's his name? Damn it, I forgot his name.
Tevin Farmer.
Tevin Farmer, thank you. God, how did I forget his name?
He was only bringing up the people that call him out, which is still strange.
But that's a rivalry fight, though.
No.
There's a blood fight
Listen,
there.
it's still strange that they didn't bring up T.O. when T.O. and Rolly were on an Instagram Live, straight up calling him fat, saying he won't make the weight. So, strange to me.
Antonio Lamar said, we all know their team creates their own path. They don't care what fight we want next. You can fight for money, legacy, or the fans. He's obviously choosing money. Can't say that I blame him. Yo, listen, and that's kind of how I feel. As disappointed as I am to hear him basically, I mean, look, I can't call it lying because these are his opinions, but to, I don't know, outsource the truth, I guess is how I put that. What he's doing is essentially saying this, is that he's fighting for money. And again, like as much as I don't like to hear it, I can't blame him. This is prize fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like boxing is not structured like the NFL, who goes through their regular season and then you have to win playoffs. You have to win against the guy that they said is the 7th best or the 5th best. And once you win, then you play the guys that were the 2nd and 3rd best that play until you get to the other side and then you fight the champion. And that's how it's, figured. That's why people love, Sweet 16, March Madness, because it's the best. You have to earn your spot. This is prize fighting. It's so much different. And I forgot who we had on the other day that said, fighters need soft touches every now and then. And that's what happens in the NFL. They have a schedule. Sometimes the Patriots play the shittiest team. Sometimes they play the best team. Cowboys, everybody. Like sometimes they have the worst schedule and the best schedule. Fighters deserve that. But if you are basically setting us up from the get-go and suggesting that if you don't have an IG following, you're not on the radar, I don't know, bro. It just sounds like boring as hell.
I'm just saying, Gary Russell got to put butts in seats, and Gamboa did what? What butts he put? How many extra ticket sales did Gamboa bring to the table? But again, if Canelo says, "Yo, Charlo don't bring nothing, Andre don't bring nothing," he's ducking. Tank could say it. I don't see nobody saying nothing. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Okay. That's fine and well, but basically what Tank is doing is the equivalency to trying to be the last man standing on the hill. If everybody else is fighting each other and Tank is, navigating himself through opponent to opponent, finding ways that they make sense, and he gets the softest touches and he ends up being the last guy remaining, he's all got to wait for those guys to fight each other. Theo and Lomachenko are about to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then that's one less person he has to worry about because he's not going to fight the loser. He doesn't even want to fight the guy that probably wins, and he doesn't want to fight the loser. But I don't know.
I'm just saying, man, a lot of hypocrisy and double standards, Ryan is a baby, but he's good enough to fight because he has a following. Gary doesn't sell, but neither does Gamboa. You know, I want to see do things change or does the path change if Ryan doesn't beat Campbell.
Wait, if Ryan doesn't beat Campbell, does the path change?
Of course, because if
Of
Ryan
course,
doesn't beat,
yeah, he's gonna want Campbell.
You think he'll want Campbell?
Hell yeah, he'll be like, yo, you beat Ryan Garcia, the biggest,
man.
most legendary Instagram fighter there's ever been. Now Campbell got the IG title. No, I'm playing.
Yo, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think he would fight Campbell though, honestly.
Gervonta.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
if Canelo Davis fights Luke Campbell, it's because COVID is completely off and they can have fights in the UK. And just like Vasil, it made financial sense.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't see him wanting to fight Luke Campbell without a crowd for no reason, just because he beat Ryan, who, again, this is Ryan's step up, not Romero Duno, nobody. This is his first test.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. If real quick, if he beats Garcia, that's a big ass win. Like, I mean, I think you kind of downplay like what that would do for Campbell, and then Tank Campbell. Like, that's really not a bad fight now that I think about it.
Listen, it would boost Campbell's
Pedigree.
Not pedigree, but his profile. But
yes.
It's not gonna put him on that level. Maybe it could be negotiated, right? Because I mean, it would be a pay-per-view in the UK. Maybe they could. I don't think they could sell it in America. It would have to be straight Showtime. I don't think they could get a pay-per-view in America with that. And that's what I'm saying. That messes up. That messes up what he's trying to do. He's trying to stay on pay-per-view with Leo and Ryan. But we got a super chat from Teddy B who says Tank versus JoJo or Berchelt in LA with fans is dope.
That is, I would love. Tank would never fight Berchelt. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. That fight never happens. Never happens. I'm not going to say why it never happens, but if you know, that fight never happens. But JoJo, that's a good fight. I like that. You know what? I feel like he kind of needs that fight. Like, Ryan Garcia needs certain fights and a certain amount of fights before I feel like he's actually ready as a commercial star to step into that spotlight, right? I mean, I don't know if he even beats Tank ever. I'm just saying that from a commercial standpoint, what he brings to the table, he needs a few more fights. Tank, I think, is ready, but he could use certain fights. Leo Santa Cruz, that's one fight that he needs. Honestly, I think a JoJo fight would be perfect. You beat those two Mexicans, and then you head into a fight with Ryan Garcia. That's big time, bro. Then everybody starts to cap for Ryan Garcia, like, you got to get those wins back, and he's, the new can man, right? That would be dope. Got another super chat for Boston. Jared says, Tank is ducking. His team obviously doesn't believe in him as a commodity or his boxing ability to put him in a high-risk fights. Yeah, it's such a weird, I don't know. I've always felt so weird about it because it's like, I'll never call anybody, like, I don't like calling people ducks because it's like, bro, these people get into a ring and they throw fists at another man, and another man throws fists at them. Like, that's their occupation. The way you go to your job every day, like, that man goes to his job every day, and he's expected to do those things. So it's like, it's hard for me to say that, but at the same time, it's like, this is sports. And in sports, you go for greatness. That's why we watch it, to see the championship games, to see Michael Jordan pull off an insane game while he's got the flu and everything riding on it last season with the bull, like all that. It gets documentaries made of it, right? That's why we love, these documentaries of these championship fights and championship fighters and championship teams. But with boxing, it's just so different. Like, if you got a good enough promoter that can spin that, Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz is for everything, and it's going to determine the best fighter in all divisions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to sell, whatever.
Yo, did you get some legit super chat who said, didn't Haney call out Ryan in his face?
Ooh, I did not.
He did in the ring right after Ryan won. Listen, let's open up the phone lines. Not much more to say. The audio is there. Don't blame us. He said it.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Last time we checked, we were at 115,875. I'm going to go ahead and hit this drum roll and get that refresh. All right. One at a time. We're at 115,876. So shout out to the lone soldier that went ahead and subscribed. And if you haven't done so, don't forget
Shout
to
out
subscribe.
to Barbie's burner account.
If you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. This is the second time we go live. Plus, we're going to have a film study Tuesday tonight.
Who's it on?
Looks like we might be doing Porter versus Urgas, because Urgas is fighting this weekend, and hopefully they put him on the lines, which they have not yet, for when we do Fridays, beating the odds with TBV.
Bro, I got something special for the betting show.
I mean,
it's high risk, high reward.
I used to believe you, but then you've been like losing so much, and you're like last on the
Bro,
Pick'em
first
League.
of all, Dillian White, he ruined it for everyone. You can't blame me for that.
I mean,
I was about to get paid with you.
I'm number 4 on the Pick'em League. You're not. So all I can tell you is,
I thought we were all in last place.
The saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
So.
Oh damn! I thought that was Doomies.
No, that's me. Doomy's here?
No, that's why. But he's not here. That's why I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Yo, Ugas doesn't fight this week.
It's Sunday, champ. It's not on the betting lines or the schedule. It's crazy. It's almost insane that they're doing them like
what?
That. Yeah. We even had Jesus Ramos on this morning, who is on the same undercard.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right, let's go on out to in Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo.
What up?
Getting some yard work done. Sorry about the noise, man. Listen, Tank out. What is he? Is he on his last leg? Is he selling this fight? Like, he doesn't want to fight this guy. He got to fight somebody, and not only do he got to fight these guys, he's got to show that when he show up for the fight, that he's picked a weight class that he can demonstrate his professionalism. So he's doing a lot of talking. Again, he's following the Broner model. You know what I'm saying? He's talking up the fight, and the one thing we're gonna question is who or what kind of Tank we going to, and he's too young in his career for us to be questioning that. So he got to show us more than he talking, but maybe this is marketing. Maybe he's trying to draw up some interest, but this sounds like some Adrian Broner type shit, and that ain't exactly good. That's my call.
All right.
See, I wouldn't even call it Adrian Broner-ish. Like, at least Broner fought tough guys like, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into a tangent.
Keem in Florida, you talking or just listening? And that looks like he's just listening. We're going to CYP.
What up? Let me break this down. It seems to me like anytime a black fighter, especially young, decides to do something smart, people get mad at him. Last time I checked, Adrian Broner moved up and fought Maidana when he was 24 years old. 4-time, four-weight division champion, got slaughtered. Y'all ain't never let it down. He ain't never been the same. He wasn't ready for that fight, but he did it because of the hype. He made a bad decision. We all know that Floyd monitors both of these men. We have learned from our mistakes. It's 2020. The black man is learning from his mistakes. Y'all can be mad all y'all want to. It don't matter because he's still a pay-per-view. He's still on pay-per-view. He's still a big name. He's still selling out crowds without Lomachenko. Let that man be ready before he goes and fights a pound for pound when the dude's in his prime at 32 years old. Let the man do his own career without y'all hating, because we already saw y'all hated Adrian Broner, and y'all still make fun of Adrian Broner for that knockout, for them knockdowns that he received from Marcus Maidana, man. It don't matter what y'all think. It's 2020. It's a new year. We smarter. CYP out.
Pretty.
See, that's what I'm saying,
pretty,
though,
pretty
is I respect
standard.
Adrian Broner, and he made money.
Pretty
like
double
the way
standard of CYP, man. Pretty, hypocritical.
Why you say that?
Because that's why Canelo's in the title. Because when Canelo, who was young, fought Floyd, who was Gervonta's Vasil Lomachenko, and he was outclassed, he still gets laughed at, even though since then he's done what he's done. But here he is saying, oh, y'all mad when the black fighter take this route. He means what? The Canelo route? The route that he laughs at Canelo for taking? Now it's okay to take it. I just want to be clear. And that's exactly why I put him in the title, because it's like they blame Canelo for everything, and everyone does what Canelo does. Why? Because Floyd gave us the blueprint. Everyone is following Floyd. You don't fight who the public wants. You fight what makes financial sense. What can be the biggest fight? But
but here's the part you can't really hate on, because it's like what CYP is basically saying. Like, I'm not going to get into. Well, okay, I'm just going to say it like this. Look, what CYP is basically saying is everybody wants that commercial status, Ness. Everybody wants it. And the way that most fighters have to get it is by beating the best out there. But every once in a while, you got Ryan Garcia's and you got Tank Davis's that Adrian Broner's, I guess you could put him in there because he earned it. He earned that reputation early on before he fought people, but he still ended up fighting people. Everybody wants that. And sometimes when they get it early in their career, they're going to protect it just like anyone else would do, just like Floyd would do, just like Canelo would do, just like De La Hoya fought 2 pounds or 6 pounds. What was his name? I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about. He fought that dude. Come on. And yes, that was supposed to be on the road back to Mayweather rematch. But, these guys fight who they're going to fight. Once you become that star, that's what you are. You're a star. Who do you blame for that? Really? You can't be. It's the fans. The fans made these people. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I don't know. You're protecting your investment. I understand that aspect of it. I do.
But
you look at a Jamel Herring.
Canelo gets blamed when he takes the best financial option.
I get that. And it's stupid all around. Canelo earned it. I think Gervonta is yet to earn it. I think he could, though. But at the end of the day, he has earned the commercial appeal that he has. He's done the right things outside the ring, inside the ring, and, he's a star. That's why I said the other day, like, yo, a Gervonta, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia fight, I don't know, bro. It might do bigger numbers right now than Lomachenko Teofimo. I'm just being real.
Counterpunch CYP.
Now, anybody can go in the archives and figure this out. I ain't never ever once made fun of Canelo for losing to Mayweather. Mayweather's the best boxer we've ever seen. I never got to see Ali. He's the best boxer I've ever seen. Losing to that man ain't no blemish on nobody's record. None of the 50 victims, not even Conor McGregor. Nobody's getting clowned for losing to Canelo. Nobody thought that for losing to Mayweather. Nobody thought Canelo would even win that fight. So it doesn't make sense to do that. If Loma fights Tank and beats Tank, you guys on this show, people listening, all y'all do is make fun of certain fighters. Y'all are like kids. You take it personal, as if you beat them up. You didn't. They are tired of it. I'm telling you, I'm in their ears. They are getting tired of the social media backlash from when they step up and lose.
Cut it. I hear you, man. Just have that same energy when Canelo doesn't want to fight Charlo or Andre, And you be like, yo, he ain't fighting him because he's tired of
I get where you're
social
coming
media.
from.
He's tired of the social media backlash and all that. Just make those type of excuses. Say, yo, don't get mad at Canelo for taking the financial route and doing what's smart for him. Don't be mad at a smart Latino businessman. I just want to see y'all say that shit. Because when Canelo do it, he ducking. He this is what he does obviously all the time. This is, Canelo loves to do this. He don't want to fight the top. Meanwhile, he got the best fights compared to any other fighter. Like, his resume is greater. And they call him a duck. But here we are. It's right in our face. He's literally telling you, I'm fighting 2 pay-per-views back-to-back, and they're going to be with 2 Latinos, just like Floyd did. We doing what we want. These are the 2 biggest fights. Oh, you want me to fight Gary? No, he doesn't sell. Ryan does. Oh, you want me to fight Haney? No, he's a clout baby. Oh, you want me to fight Vasil because he's legitimately the best in the division? No, I'm waiting until he gets old. So we're going to fight him 2 years from the day of this interview. And I'm going to be okay because my fans are going to call in and they're going to counterpunch. And they're not going to talk about anything that I said. They're going to talk about everything every other fighter did. They're not going to call in and say, damn, Tank don't want to fight Russell, knowing that's a big hometown fight, saying that Russell can't sell, but Gamboa sold in Atlanta. No, CYP is going to attack me. He's not going to attack Tank.
Super chat from Ken Stone says, Tank isn't making a fight with Loma until he's collecting Social Security. Shaking my head.
No, until Loma's old, just like,
that's what he's saying.
Just like
Social
CYP
Security
likes to say Canelo does. But again, there's no energy here. There's no energy. Where's CYP's energy saying that Tank is waiting for Vasil to get 35 the way that Canelo loves to do? He won't say that. He's going to attack me. He won't attack the words, the audio that I played, the facts, like he likes to call it.
Another super chat from Count Drago. Love the name and the AVI. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis is huge. 2 big fan bases. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like if you think about Teofimo and Lomachenko, and that's why I've always looked at it. It's like 2 different divisions. You got one side fighting for supremacy in Lomachenko and Teofimo, right? And I'm not saying that the winner of Garcia Tank isn't supreme, because they are, but it's like more about money on that side. Like, that's like such a big amount of money right now for 2 guys at the smaller weight classes. Because, remember, Mayweather didn't make that until he went up to 147. Or wasn't that fight at 154? De La Hoya, same thing. Like, the money comes when you start moving up, closer to junior welterweight, passing, you know what I'm saying? So it's a crazy amount of money. It's just a crazy amount of money. So I don't blame Tank Davis for wanting that Ryan Garcia fight at all. I don't blame him. But you're right. It comes down to, it's the same thing that other people get upset at when another fighter does it. So,
Yo,
I'll feel you on that.
The thing
we do have another counterpunch from
the thing is, in the same sentence,
CYP.
In the same sentence, Tank says, Ryan ain't ready. He's a baby. He needs to train with the Canelo team a little bit more. He shouldn't fight me right now. Then they say, who you want to fight in your next 2 fights? He says the fight that we already know he's fighting. So he only adds 1 more, which is Ryan. Meaning, don't take the time I said you need to get better. I'm going to fight you now. But let's not talk about the audio. Let's talk about Ness. CYP.
Yo, and real quick, before we go to CIP, Castle Hill Gill says, yo, give at CYP my boomerang, LOL. I got you tonight, Ness. I'm working. Shout out Castle Hill.
Cool. CYP, counterpunch first.
They want me to kill this man, Boomerang, because I'm not giving him no more money because he played dumb. Last time I checked, Canelo is the so-called face of boxing. Canelo so-called signed the biggest boxing deal in the history of boxing. But that has nothing to do with Tank not being the face of boxing and Tank getting $1 million per fight. Yeah, because they're on the same level. Man, please. I don't know if some of y'all listening know damn well Ness is just full of shit. He's making up stuff, because I would love to be Canelo and not Tank any day. Tank would love to be Canelo and not Tank. Everybody would love to be Canelo and not Tank. They say he's the cash cow. So if he's the cash cow, cash him out then. You got to have big fights because you're getting that cash. Taking on the same level. I don't even understand that. And lastly, 2021 makes Lomachenko 33.
Cut it. Yeah, man. Let's change
I
it.
don't think I understood that argument.
Because he got none. Let's change it and make it about money and not about energy.
To me, I think he made it about classes of money.
But why? When he should just have the same energy that he got for Canelo, he should have it for Tank now. He just don't want that, and that's okay.
See, to me, that's a simple argument right there, right? I understand what you're saying, all right? And I'm not trying to make this a debate between y'all two. I'm just saying, like, you're expressing that. I understand it. And I understood what CYP was saying initially, and he's right. You know, you look at a guy like Jamel Herring, like, why doesn't he get these opportunities? You know, whatever. But I don't know. I just don't understand what he's saying. He's saying that because Canelo is the richest fighter in the sport, that there's more responsibility on him to produce certain fights. I don't think that's what he's saying, but that's what I heard him saying. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I don't get the logic there. So I don't think that's what he was saying. But he does have a boomerang, so.
We got a few other callers. We going to most of these guys always just listening. JP, you're not a boomerang, so you can't give that away. JT, you listening or you talking? No flash going one. He's talking. He's talking.
Yo, real quick, super chat from Boxing Expert says, CY Queen crying about King Nello all day, but he never has the same energy. Clown emoji, clown emoji, clown emoji, siren emoji, ×3.
JT, New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What's going to do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, what's up, yo?
What up, what up?
I guess the topic is Canelo?
Nah.
Oh. Well, oh, my bad. I just got on. That's all. You know, I just wanted to say something because I wasn't able to say nothing earlier because I hopped on late. That's all, yo.
All right. Yeah, nah, man. We talking Gervonta Tank Davis and and that's what I'm saying. Like, don't make it about you and me. Make it about this, man. The fact that Gervonta Canelo Davis says no fight with Lomachenko, no fight with Devin Haney, no fight with Gary Russell, and he only wants to fight Ryan Garcia.
Maybe a fight with JoJo.
Oh, he also said no. He never said maybe a fight. He said we should be talking about
love.
He said we should be talking. He said we should be talking about JoJo. Tevin Farmer needs to build himself back up. So totally different. You know, and you know the word on the street is leave him alone. He's a young black fighter trying to make money. Let him make his money. I'm just saying. So what? Latinos are not coming from poverty. Canelo can't just be a young Latino trying to make his money. I'm just saying. Little funny out here, man. Little funny how shit goes, bro. Keem in Florida, man. What up? You just listening? All right. We got him, El Gran Campeón, coming on.
El Gran Campeón puertorriqueño,
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yep.
What up, man? I seen the title when you dropped it in the chat, and I was on the back call. And we started talking about it a little bit before the show started, and you know, listen, I like it. I think Tank is maybe I guess getting to that point now. I don't know if what him and Mayweather's relationship is like, and if that has anything to do with it. But I think he's just getting to that point now, like you said, where he's looking for the money fights. He's got his first pay-per-view with Leo, big payday coming, and I know it's going to be a good pay-per-view. I mean, Tank's he's got a lot of casual fans' eyes on him, and now he's looking at his next pay-per-view, because you can't tell me, you know, next year pay-per-view with Ryan wouldn't be huge. He's two young social media guys. that's a huge
So you
fight,
okay
black
with
and
that?
Mexican.
So you okay with that?
I don't got a problem with it, man. I don't got a problem with Tank getting his money.
Well, why is it bad when Canelo trying to get his money?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't be on that wave, bro. I don't know why you coming at me with that. All right, that's you take that with other people, champ. I'm all for people getting their bread.
Yo,
man,
you in that back call. You in that back call, man.
Yeah, I'm in there, man. Damn right I'm in there. Man, listen, it's hell in the cell back there some days, boy. You mentioned Canelo, they jump on your head. But,
exactly.
But,
that's what I'm saying.
But nah, I mean, listen, I don't have a problem with people getting their money, man.
So
the only thing with Canelo to me, though, is Canelo get paid, you going bankrupt. When Floyd was around, he got paid, everybody ate good. When Floyd fought, you go buy you a new house afterwards. Canelo fights, they out here trying to scrape up change and feed their families because he taking all the bank. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I don't like about the Canelo situation. How is he getting paid so much, but yet nobody knows where this money coming from? When Floyd fought, promoters go buy a new house afterwards. You know what I mean? Everybody's happy. Everybody's smiling. I don't see the same thing with Canelo there. So that's the only thing. But hey, get your money, man. That's all that matters.
I hear you.
I didn't understand it.
What you mean?
I didn't understand what he meant.
Bruh, there's nothing to understand. Like, they understand that Tank is trying to get his money, and they saying, get your money.
Okay. Got it.
It's all right. It's
okay.
Like, yo, slap
No,
on the
you,
wrist. Slap on the wrist.
Super chat from Box. Slap on the wrist. That was a good one, brother. Boxing expert says last caller was about to talk shit about Canelo. Bro, he came on so hot. He was like, yo, the show about Canelo. Like, not at all. He wanted to talk shit so bad. Oh, that was hilarious. Like, you could read it. You know what I mean? Like, you could feel the energy through the phone.
I think you misread it. I know
maybe I did.
I don't know JT like that, but I feel like I know when he's a little bit more. I ain't even gonna say hot because I don't think I've even seen.
No, he didn't seem hot at all.
But I feel like I feel like I know when he got some energy. It was more like I felt it was more like sarcasm. Like we talking about Canelo.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Listen, and I'm not saying he was. I just did it. That's the way it felt. And everybody else in the chat was like, "Oh, he about to talk shit about Canelo."
GT Kid in Atlanta, what up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up?
It's kind of shameful here, man. I mean,
I'm glad you got that energy. I'm glad you got that energy because I know you're a known Wilder hater, and when Wilder announced 2 fights, you crucified him. When he announced Luis Ortiz and Tyson and didn't decide to fight 8, you crucified him, GT Kid. I know you well, so let me see your crucifixion now of my man right here. Put him on the cross. Let me hear it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tank is, he hasn't done enough to be selective with his opponents. He's left a lot of fights on the table at 130. We didn't get JoJo Diaz. We didn't get Tevin Farmer. We didn't get Burchell. And now at 35, he's saying no Loma and no Loma and no. Do you say no Tio?
No, he ain't even mentioned T.O. They act like he ain't exist.
Exactly. I mean, it's just too much, man. I mean, you haven't done enough in the sport to really kind of, he needs to be taking on all comers to prove he's top tier, So I mean, it's kind of shameful what they're doing, and I understand, he's getting the Mayweather guiding, blueprint, be selective with your opponents, yada, make your money, and making your money's cool, but at the same time, man, I mean, your legacy is looking like trash out here. You out here missing weight at 130, you're missing weight at 135 at your first fight at 135. It's taking you 12 rounds to take care of a one-legged, washed-up fighter in Gamboa, I mean, it's not looking good out here for Tank. He's looking.
Cut it. Mario, make sure that's not Jonathan Sims in the 301 over there. We going out to CYP, Boomerang.
Looking so bad, he doing a pay-per-view. Another one of them miscellaneous opinions that the TVV audience always gives. They come on there and give opinions as if they actually matter when the opinion they give is opposite of what's actually happening. When y'all gonna wake up? And if you keep comparing Tank to Canelo, the man who gets $35 million per fight, that Dazn is telling him, yo, you can't fight those dudes, you gotta fight these dudes, to Tank Davis. You keep doing that, it shows you how much you really don't believe in Canelo, man. Canelo should not be mentioned in the same sentence as Tank. And I'm telling you that. Tank ain't on Canelo's level. Don't mention the two together. That is belittling, and it shows your fear. And lastly, Leo is a great fighter. Why aren't y'all putting y'all stock in Leo? I'm not so worried about everybody else, but Leo, if Tank is so beatable, Leo, good luck to you. Canelo versus Tank. Only an idiot would say some shit like that. CYP out.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
You know,
that's Hawk.
I love how he avoids the topic. He's not going to mention Tank saying he doesn't want to fight Loma, that he doesn't want to fight Haney, who he also likes to big up. So right there, he's going to be in a rock and a hard place. He doesn't want to talk about Gary Russell and how Gary Russell allegedly doesn't sell, but somehow Gamboa did in Atlanta. Because so many people know Gamboa in Atlanta. You know, you don't want to talk about that. Let's make it about Ness, because I really don't know boxing. I just can yell at Ness. I don't know boxing, though.
And if it's like a thing to me where it's like about opportunities, right? Like, why wouldn't you give Gary Russell that opportunity? Like, you know, black man to black man, I think it's like you got to take care of each other inside the sport. I know it sounds weird because you're punching each other in the face, but I always felt like Tank Tevin was a fight that should have happened. You know, like I just look at a guy like Jamel Herring and yeah, it should have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
and
that
so
last caller said it best. How many fights did he not give us at 130? But we out here talking about Canelo. So what he wants to do is say, "Oh, you comparing him to Canelo?" No, I'm showing you that your energy ain't the same. You only
I just
pick
feel
on
sorry for
certain
Gary
people.
Russell and Tevin Farmer and Jamel Herring, guys who, in my opinion, weren't pushed early on because they were black. And not because they were black. I'm sorry, that sounded wrong. What I mean is they fall into, you know, that narrative. And it's a true narrative that black fighters don't get pushed the same. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess kind of is because they are black. But I feel like those are three guys that should have been bigger stars than they are right now. And their career's not over, and they could still, you know, move very far up the ladder. I just feel like they had the kind of skill and the kind of fights that, you know, they're more exciting than guys that I've seen make millions upon millions, you know, so.
Louisville Slugger.
Fellas.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man, I ain't even tripping about Tank saying this. He just, you know what I'm saying, he understand him and Ryan, the biggest names in their division, so they gonna bring the most money. Them other names don't really bring as much to the table. He gonna fight them, you know what I'm saying? They all young, you know what I'm saying? So they got plenty of time to fight. Now the Loma situation, that's his fault. Ain't nobody tell him to stay in the Olympics 2-3 years and try to turn pro 30 and try to fight all these dudes when they 21, 22. You just sit back and relax. You know, you gonna get your time, but don't nobody know.
Do you got that same energy with Andre and Charlo? When Canelo fans tell Andre and Charlo to sit back and nobody know them?
But they know them, but they the same age. You
they know?
Loma, Canelo and Charlo the same age. They both in their prime. They both 30 years old. Who have Canelo knocked off same age as him, both in their prime? Like, I'm saying Canelo got a good resume.
I love it.
Listen, the point of boxing is to become the champion. So if you're Lomachenko, you're in the drive, or you should be in the driver's seat theoretically. I understand he doesn't draw the same way, but if you're Tank, you should be aspiring to knock off the top dog. You know, that's the whole Mayweather Canelo talk. That's why we bring that up. And so the roles are reversed. So it's like you're saying, like, oh, well, Tank's waiting out him to get old. That's his fault because he's already old. But that fight should be happening, or that fight should be one that Tank wants. You know, the winner of
Exactly. Lomachenko. No, they brushing it off.
He didn't even bring it up.
Bro, they brushing it off. They saying, oh, well, it ain't Tank fault he old. Even Floyd saying that. That's why callers are saying that. Oh, well, Lomachenko's already 33. We ain't in no rush. Of course you not in the rush to be in there with the top like Teofimo and Haney want. Haney putting your face on DuckTales. And you going to answer back to that by saying he's a clout baby. Meanwhile, Haney was the mandatory to the dude you saying you still need 2 more years before you could face him. But they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about how we are comparing him to Canelo. They don't want to talk about nothing he said in the interview. Nothing. I love it. I got they back on the rope. Counter punch. CYP.
Yo, I love how you keep saying I don't know nothing about boxing. I don't know nothing about boxing. And you seem to be worried about a lot of people ducking dudes and ducking dudes. You keep ducking me. Everybody want me on this show.
There you go. Make it about me again.
Do it. Stop it. Stop interrupting me. You won't put me on the show, not even for a Wednesday show, not for an hour, because I will expose you. Everybody listening, they don't like me. But they know damn well I know more boxing than you. You can hide and lie and talk over me all you want to. You don't know more boxing than me. That's fact. And last time I checked, how come my man Triple G ain't got to fight Andre Ward? Andre Ward's younger than Triple G. How come Loma ain't got to fight Crawford? They're the same age, but the 7-year older.
Cut it. Like I said, he'd rather make it about me because he can't defend the topic, and I have no clue what he means about Triple G. But because I'm thinking, 10 steps ahead. I'll just tell you that everybody know I was campaigning for Triple G to fight Ward, and when not that I wanted him to, like I was a fan, but like the fact that he didn't, I was out there on that, exposing that heavy. That's one of my biggest. One of our biggest interviews is
lost
Andre
friends over
Ward,
that.
Andre Ward saying, stop lying to the people, talking to Triple G. So I really don't know what you mean. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to hold you to the fight. My energy always the same. Your energy not the same. This your man's in them. This your man's in them right now. So the shit changes for you. He's your man. So you like, yo, let the little young black guy make his money. He's up and coming. That's how you came on here. First call. That's what's first thing out your mouth. So I don't get it. Stop making it about me. Make it about him saying he don't want to fight Loma, who Devin was the mandatory for. Who Devin out here trying to fight. Stop making it about me. It ain't about me. He said he don't want to fight like 5 dudes. And you like, yeah, let him get his money. But Canelo can't get his money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just coming out the Canelo haters. You see that. You see again, because my energy is the real energy. They the ones faking it. I ain't just coming at Canelo haters. I came at the AJ protectors too. Soon as GT Kid jumped on the line, I remember you. Because I got the ammunition for them too. They was the ones that when Wilder announced on his social media, I'm fighting Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, what they said, he ducking AJ. Look at him. Look at your mans. How he gonna announce 2 fights? Ness. He don't even want to negotiate. Your mans. You see, but I never forget. So it ain't just about Canelo haters. It's the AJ protectors too. Where your energy at? That's all.
Message. Yo, we got a shoot ton of super chats. Boxing Expert says, Floyd paid everyone change except Manny. BS. Siren alarm, siren alarm, siren alarm. Yo, we also got, we got the counterpunch from Mr. CYP. Coach Myers said, Sean Porter is #1 in WBO now. Eyes looking emoji. Watch out, bud.
It ain't on. Let me just answer. Listen, that don't mean nothing because he's already the mandatory to 2 belts, right?
Yep.
So why would he go fight for 1 belt? That's what they're gonna continuously make it about, y'all. It's not me making an excuse. I'm showing you they built the excuse by making his last fight 2 title eliminators. When the last time we seen that?
Yeah, that was crazy. And it's so weird that it happened the way it happened. Like, it's like one hand wash the other kind of thing. And so Big Supermax says, me and CYP at least agree on one thing. They all want to be Canelo, which is one of the words of CYP. That's facts. So for that, give him my boomerang. Oh, he said, which is one of the words of CYP. That's facts. So give him my boomerang. All right, we will do that. Also, Count Drago comes back, says, hate to admit it, but the biggest fights are the fights that the casuals will watch. It sucks for us hardcores, but it's true. YouTube peeps make millions. Yeah, they do, bruh. Yeah, they do. Not us, but the other guys. Candy Slim 501 says, if Canelo offered Charlo 10 mil, Charlo is the duck. Ryan is a respectable fight, but if no top 5 after that, Tank is a duck. So he's saying that it's okay because Ryan is a top level fight. But if he doesn't get Ryan, or if he does get Ryan, then still after that, it's got to be one of those guys in the top 5. I could rock with that for sure. Because I do want to see the Ryan fight. I don't want it to be like, yo, we're aiming for Ryan. We missed, which let's be honest, it's probably not going to happen next. So now we're going to go the other route of, who gives a hell shit about. You know what I mean? Like now we're going to go the really trash route instead of, okay, we didn't get Ryan. Let's see if Loma's available or Lo Teofimo winner's available. Let's go to Farmer.
Listen, where are the Bud fans that got mad at Earl for saying that he was going to fight Porter and Danny before he fight Porter, Danny, and Pacquiao before he fight Bud? He said, I'm going to clean up my side of the street. And they got mad. They mad at Earl.
Damn, I didn't think of that.
No, of course not. They energy not the same. Now, what did I say? I said, yo, Earl on the right side, he ensuring his A side. You know what I'm saying? Same thing I say on Canelo. He is the A side. But when I defend them, I'm a piece of crap. But today, all of a sudden, we going to forget all that. We going to just forget all that. I love it. I love it.
Another super chat from Ken Stone says, Mikey Garcia ducked Loma for money.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Listen. We all know things happen out here, and I'm just bringing them to light, man. We just talking about it. We just talking about it. It's just my thoughts, man. But
yeah,
you done on the super chat? You done on the super chat?
Yeah, that's done. No more super chatties.
You got the Candy?
Doomsday.
Candy Slim?
You got everybody?
You got Candy Slim?
I think I did.
Candy Slim?
It was like 7 of them.
Did you get
what did Candy Slim say?
Candy Slim says if Canelo offered Charlo 10 million.
Got that one.
All right.
And then
that was the Ryan is a respectable fight, but if no top 5 after that, Tank is a duck. And I was saying that I agree 100% with Candy Slim. That's a really great point.
You got Ken Stone after?
Yeah, he said something about Duck and Loma, right?
Money.
Mikey Garcia. Yeah, that's what he said.
LV Slugger with the counter punch.
LV, what up? And LV energy ain't the same V. What up?
Hey, what up? Hey, look, this is what I'm saying, man. Tank gonna fight them dudes. He gonna fight them. It's just that Tank and Ryan the big money in the division. You know what I'm saying? Like they the big draw. Don't nobody know Loma.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Don't no casual know Loma. We boxing fans, so we gonna want the Loma Tank fight. Of course we want it, but on the casual point, don't nobody know him.
Let me ask you something.
Like, I'm around casuals all day. They think Tank the next thing said Mike. You feel what I'm saying? Like they know Tank. People know Tank. And a lot of people know Ryan, so of course he's gonna say him and Ryan because they the 2 big names.
So do you have that same energy when people say, "Yo, Fury AJ the big fight, man. We don't want Wilder."
What you mean though? What you mean by that? How's that the big fight? How's that the big fight though?
Oh, the same way you saying.
I'm saying, but it's a contract. It's a contract
exactly.
though. If Wilder didn't have a contract, it's different.
Energy different.
No, if Wilder got a contract though, you know he had a rematch.
So let me ask you then. So are you saying that if Wilder didn't have a contract, you would be with those people who say that the fight is bigger?
Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. He ain't got no control. Wilder got control because, like you said, he got the rematch clause. So you can't just knock him out the picture.
Okay.
If Wilder didn't have a
okay, I gave you hella time there over the time, but
call you hella time
over the time, over the time. That's the time.
Boxing expert on the super chat says CYP La Gata Mayor, meaning the top pussycat.
Nah, man, Mayor
Mayor is
older, like mature,
like a woman, right?
Yeah, like older woman.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
You wildin', Doomy.
But
you stay walking over,
right?
You stay walking over my translation.
Doesn't top pussycat make more sense than old pussycat? That sounds weird.
I thought old.
La gata old.
He's saying he's the top of the pussycats. That makes sense.
It's top gata.
Trey in the Bay, did we go to you? Trey in the Bay, did we go to you?
Nah, y'all didn't go to me. Nah, y'all didn't come to me yet. Hey, man, and don't forget my damn boomerang. Hey, listen, man. Tank is on that top-ranked diet. You know what I mean? He been on that shit, though. Gary Russell should have did the same thing Tank did. Gary Russell should have been fighting more than once a year and knocking out all the motherfucking people who nobody know who they is and getting his highlight reel together like Tank. Listen, man, my nieces and nephews, the kids know Tank. They follow him on Instagram. They fuck with him. I think he need to take some fights with that mouth. I think he need to go on and let that ass cash some checks that he been writing. But you know, we've been seeing what type of time they was on with Tank. And let's hope the boy make weight. And the Canelo comparison, Ness, I know you. You trolling, bro. You trolling. It's my call.
I mean, when Canelo pick and chooses opponents, people go ape shit. They call him every name under the sun. How am I trolling? I hear his Tank picking and choosing. Nobody going ape shit. When Wilder chose and announced his two opponents without choosing to unify, people went ape shit. And here is Tank choosing not to fight the unified champ and no one going ape shit. And also announcing two fights and no one going ape shit. And that's what I'm saying. It's just not the same energy, but it's okay. It's okay. What could you do? You lead the horse to the water, man. Lids low.
I was happening, man. Man, my bad about earlier. I don't know what the hell happened. Hey, so what we talking about? So is Gervonta a duck because he only want to fight Ryan?
I mean, you asking yourself, you can answer it too.
What do you think?
Nah, not on no ducky shit. Obviously, Ryan is a fucking money fight, bro. You remember Ryan did all that hoopling and hollering how many months ago?
Shit.
And he calling out everybody, got everybody all riled up. Ha ha, hee, ha ha. Now Tank Thompson, now I want your ass, and I don't want nobody else. So, one, it is an internet thing, you know, with all the viewers and all that shit. So it's a money fight. I ain't mad at Tank. You know what? I ain't mad at nobody no more about what they do. Because I done learned, man, the game done changed, bro. So, however, whatever they want to do, as long as they getting their ass in the ring and swing, I'm going to ride with them. That's my call. Shout out to Baldy. I'm out there thing.
Yo, I just wonder, what would the world have said if Wilder, right, was like, chill, AJ Fury. I don't want to fight. I'm about to fight any heavyweight that's undefeated that ain't even been. I'm fighting Daniel Dubois. I'm fighting Joe Joyce before the Bermain Stavern fight. I'm fighting Efe before he got dropped by Collides. Like, people would have, they would have burnt his house down if he would have fought an undefeated heavyweight just cuz. Let alone say that it was a big fight and that was the reason. And deciding not to unify. Like, the shit that certain people could get away with, but then it's like, no, let's be hypocritical because now it's Wilder, let's be a hypocrite. No, it's Canelo, time to be a hypocrite. He literally saying, nah, I'm cool with him not fighting Lomachenko, who's considered the best in the division. He said, nah, I'm cool with Shorty getting his money. So Loma, who got all the belts but Teofimo's, is in a big money fight? That's not a money fight for Tank? He hasn't been calling Tank out? It won't be a pay-per-view on ESPN? Okay. I'm just loving the energy. The energy is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yo, Brandon Marie says Lomachenko got 1.8 million. God damn it. Somebody sent a message.
Lomachenko got 1.8 million IG followers and Tank got 2.1 million. Let's stop this. Nobody know Loma BS. That's a lie. Tank just not ready for him yet.
At least someone from the back call is in agreements. Finally, they've decided to come out of the shadows.
Yo, Loma got his
Brandon Maurice. Good point. John Fernandez Jr. also came through and said Ness Gibbs equals Rafael Trujillo.
Damn, que carajo, bro. They called you Trujillo, champ. What?
The real Trujillo from DR?
Yeah, the real one. The real deal, Holyfield.
I don't know his history. I don't know his history like that, but he was bad. I think he was like Fidel. He's wilding.
Call him.
They called him El Jefe.
I think he was
Call
worse.
him.
I bet you Majin Bell tell us he was pretty much worse than Fidel from what I heard. But
yeah, my Bill give us the history.
I
lesson.
think CYP, we got to go to you. I believe Supermax gave you his boomerang. I feel like I did that, but we're just gonna give it to you. Boomerang. Just gonna give it to you anyway. We don't like owing people.
Nah, you can give it to me. Yeah, but appreciate that, Super Max. We do agree that Canelo is one of the kings. Period. Kim Buterall and all. He's still one of the faces of boxing, if not the face of boxing. That's a debate, but he's in that debate, damn sure. And Ness, why you keep ducking my Wednesday, man? Why you ain't reading the chat? They keep saying they want me on the show. See, I don't understand you. I don't know boxing, right? I'm not good for the show, right? Well, prove it. Jump me on there. Get me on there for an hour. Me and you, I'll slaughter you. That's my word. I won't go easy on you at all. I won't be nice to you at all because I'm not trying to be friends with you. I don't want to have a drink with you because I don't drink. I don't want to do headgear sparring with you because I fight without headgear. All I want to do is show the world that a person putting me down ain't even on my level. How you gonna put me down when you can't reach me? If I'm lying, put me on the show and quit ducking me, son. Go ahead and talk for 4 minutes after I just talked for 30 seconds.
I just want you to stop wasting the people's money, man. They giving you boomerangs to bring some sort of debate to the show, and you refuse to debate the topic. We want your opinion. There's a question there. Gervonta Canelo Davis says no to Lomachenko, no to Haney, no to Gary Russell.
He chasing the bread, man. That's what's going on.
When we speak and we dive into the conversation, we also let you know he said no to Tevin Farmer. He didn't bring up Tio and didn't bring up JoJo as an opponent. And then we ask, is it ducking? Because he only wants to fight Ryan? That's what the people want your opinion on. Let us have it whenever someone else grants you another opportunity, because I think you're wasting their money. It's unfair of you. Majid, what up?
What up? Hey man, I'm gonna try to answer this. Well, not even answer the question. I'm gonna try to say what I gotta say. Hopefully, you could give me more time. So I feel like, well, first of all, everybody needs to like the channel, subscribe to, and then join Patreon for something. Most likely that $15 tier, so you don't gotta miss out on much. But yeah, man. So in my opinion, man, I've been salty, about this 135 action period. I've been salty since Luke Campbell versus Devin Haney was supposed to happen, but Loma wrote that love letter and he got the fight. So then they made that unification next with Teofimo. So that left Haney in the back burner. After Ryan Garcia won his match, Devin Haney jumped in that ring and Ryan Garcia mentioned 3 different people, and as far as, when it comes to views and all of that stuff, we know that Gervonta Davis got it. And I just feel like, it is like some form of a duck, but at the same time, all of them playing some little games around or whatever, because Devin Haney been on that back burner, and I ain't really no fans of none of these kids, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, when it all come down to it, like 2 weeks ago, I was saying that Lopez, if he don't get that money, let Loma grow old. I feel like he jumped the line a lot. And, if he don't get whatever he don't get, this man started the game too late. That's on him. But I just feel like it is a sort of a duck move, but they going there chasing that cash. And those people need to find their own lane because they had their own lane before he came to 135. But that's all I got, man.
Champ. That was in one breath, too. One take. Call him one take.
Call him champ.
Sony.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
You feel me? Sony, you feel me?
You better stop Sony lifting weights right now, champ.
Hey, more muscles, he gonna be slower.
Heavyweight division is crazy.
Slower. He Babbitt right now.
Super chat for Boxing Expert real quick says, "'Cause you're emotional. That's why."
Check out Wario with the vocals.
I mean, you
Yo,
know,
Sony's on
I'm
the
just
line.
prep most.
Yo, Sony's on the line. Yo. Sony, what up?
Yo, can I talk?
Yo, we just started the clock, champ.
Well, good. Yo, I'm gonna see your ass in Border Wars, Pittsburgh. So keep that same energy. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, as far as with the topic of the show, I really don't understand like why you got. Now I understand the question. Is it a duck? I do not think it's a duck because who his management team is. Floyd Mayweather made millions making a show out of Mexican holidays. I mean that's just fact. You know, so for Gervonta to be getting all that knowledge about how to make money, real money. I'm talking about generation wealth building money in boxing. I think there's no other teacher better than Floyd. So I don't knock Floyd, and plus I don't knock Gervonta, plus he's young. You know, so I think Gervonta is going to fight all those dudes, but I don't blame him for focusing on Ryan Garcia. To me, it's a good move. Peace and love.
Yo, and not for nothing, he just made me realize, real quick, think about how long the narrative existed that Floyd was a duck. Remember, we used to debate that pretty heavy. Everybody would call Floyd, or people that didn't like Floyd called him a duck. People that picked against Floyd and wanted him to lose and then he wouldn't lose would then after the fight say, well, he's ducking Margarito. Oh, well, he ducked Mosley, a young Mosley. You know what I mean? So, like,
sometimes you're gonna get perceived like that, right?
But guess what?
It's not your fault. You're choosing your own trajectory, and like,
yes. And guess what? Now, do we really hear that as much? No. So if Tank is like, yo, I can make my own lane and make all my money, and in 20 years, everybody's gonna forget about it. It's like, yo, it's all about legacy at the end, I guess.
I see what you're saying. He caught it the most because he was like the trailblazer of the whole the money made green print. Casual Bass Guys, super chat. Thanks for the midday show. Hashtag TBV Undisputed. Hashtag Clout Baby.
I'm glad that
that's hilarious.
That today we've abolished the word ducking. It no longer exists with our community. You know, Sony came on here talking how it's okay because of who he's promoted by. I've never heard some of the excuses that I've heard today. It's like, yo, it's okay. I knew it was okay. I mean, look, he's promoted by Floyd, and Floyd's made a living doing that. Meanwhile, Oscar didn't make a living off of doing it somehow. Somehow he's not the one that showed Floyd how to do it, right? No. But it's never okay because Oscar put on stockings and sniffed coke. Let's laugh and joke about Oscar. That's the problem. Your energy's never the same. It's so corny, man. Yo, and then whatever, man. Sad, bro. Sad. We got a few callers on Blog Talk that Mario completely ignores. Stone
Bro,
Bone.
I didn't even know Blog Talk was still up.
Stone Bone.
Call you.
What up?
What up, man?
Stone.
Yeah. What's up with your doomsday cult leader, Alex? Don't he got a cult leader named Alexander Linus? You sound like some California. Yeah. You sound like a guy in California with long hair that's got like 40 white women dedicating themselves to him on some ranch. Yeah, New Marilyn Manson type dude. Hey, it is a duck. It's a duck.
That movie that we just talked about. You all right there?
This is why you're my caller of the year. You see, you and I can disagree on Bud, but you can be a rational boxing fan.
Yeah, and the real problem is when Tank talk in public about other guys, he's real disrespectful. When you bring up Lomachenko, he starts stuttering like, I got the best team in boxing. They'll handle that. It's like, no, you need to be talking real big to the guy who's universally recognized as the best 135. And just because you went down don't mean people's not gonna keep asking for that Lomachenko fight. And I feel bad for Gary Russell. Look, Gary Russell should at least gave Leo to Gary Russell. At least he'll fight the guys that's around there, or at least call for it and not stutter. He already lost to Lomachenko. He still asked for that rematch. So Gary needs to be putting the pressure to try to get that fight moved to 130 because not a lot of people is respecting him calling out Bud. So he needs to target the guys he's on the same side of the street. He's not Tank is not fighting T.O. He's not fighting Devin. Floyd already said that them guys are going to 140 and Tank need to be at 130. So
Tank
who you
said
believe?
no to Gary. He said no to Gary
Yes.
too. He said he's too small.
He said that, but when you got him on the same side of the street, if he beat Leo without him taking a real chance, what's Tank next biggest fight on PBC? Like after Leo, who? Like you can't
Ryan.
go backwards to Abner. Who?
They going Ryan.
Right, but he's not PBC.
He
So
don't need to be.
Hey, but listen, the problem is, so if Oscar tell you, yeah, we like that Ryan versus Tank, but we need 12 months. All you can do is say yes. Who are you going to have Tank fight in that 12-month period? Another Ruiz, a Nunez, another one of them guys?
Abner Mares.
Mares lost twice to Leo. How can you sell that?
Bruh.
Like, we're going to double back to a smaller guy with two losses?
Oh, my God. You about to really
I don't
say,
know.
how could you sell when it comes to opponent champ? You better stop.
Hey, they can do it, but they can do it, but we gonna be sitting here like, come on, Tank. So I don't know, man. It's a duck in my eyes.
Yeah,
I don't care
let's
who his
stay
promoter
there.
is.
All right. Amir Khan, Kel Brook, chill, y'all. Chill, and that's what I'm saying. Energy got to be the same. We could sell opponents. Oh, hell yeah. Even though we don't like them, somehow they get sold. Coach Myers says, give my boomerang to CYP. Well, CYB, come on down.
That's
Yo, you didn't go to Blog Talk.
Myers. And what that does is proves that even though people disagree with me on this show, they still want to hear me talk. Because me and Coach Myers rarely agree. Me and Supermax rarely agree, but they still want to hear me. That's the funny part. I already answered the questions about Tank and how I feel. That's not changing. Your narratives ain't going to change my mind because I believe I'm more intelligent than you. So I'm never going to listen to a person who's not as intelligent as me. And that's just to me. That's my personal opinion. Don't get sensitive. I don't think you're as smart as me. Again, what do you need to debate me, Ness? What do you need that you didn't need to get Mario on the show, Mike on the show, any other host on the show? What do you need? Do you need views? Because I got views on all my Facebook shows, my Instagram shows. We getting thousands of views daily. It's not the views. It's not being known. People know me on the show. What you scared of? What do you need? Let's talk about that. What you need?
I need you to have the same energy. Cut it, and you never do. Cut it, and you never do. Like you said, his answer, like, why would I have you here to debate if your answer to a debate is, I'm smarter than you, you're not going to change my mind. I already answered it. And my answer is, Tank is young and black and getting money. Let the young black man make his money. Come on, bro. Get the hell out of here. You think I'm very happy.
Right
I'm very happy to be able to mute you. I couldn't take that for 3 hours of you sticking to, just the random ridiculousness. You just today your stance is I'm gonna be ridiculous and say it's okay for Tank to do it because he's young, black, and getting money.
CYP counter pinch.
At all. You got me mixed up with the other. It's about him not being ready and the ridicule of losing to a guy he ain't ready for. I never said Tank is better than Loma. You got me so confused because you don't know how to debate me. So you put words in people's mouths and you straight lie. You are on record saying that Canelo ducked Charlo. You said it. I made you say it live on your own show. Now you're trying to erase that. Everything you say that's factual about Canelo, you find ways to try to erase it. The Cambuterol. Well, he passed the test. No, that was a hair follicle that was done a month later. See, he didn't get suspended. Yes, he did. He served 6 months. You try to erase the negativity and throw negativity on others. You can't debate me. They all. If I repeat the same thing, why everybody want to hear it repeated? Why everybody?
Deflection at its finest. Somehow he's talking about clenbuterol, Canelo.
Well, let's deflect
Super
on
chat.
Gil's super chat.
Castle Hill Gil.
Tank is not good enough to beat these guys. What you talking about?
I mean, at least
To beat the guys he duck, or there's supposedly is ducking.
And by the way,
so what I did hear in a lot of that jibber jabber is did he say I said he's not ready? Did y'all hear that too? He said he's not ready.
Yeah.
Is that what you also heard? Did he say, "Oh, I said"?
I thought I heard that. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It
I heard
sounded
too.
like he said he's not ready. So he's not ready for a 126-pounder who's below him in Gary Russell.
Nah, he's ready.
No, I think he was talking about Lomachenko.
Oh, just Loma, because that's the thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, that's the
all
thing.
I heard him say was he's not ready. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he said he doesn't want to fight Loma till 2022. Haney's a clout baby. Russell's too small. Farmer got to get back up there. So, I mean, I don't know, but whatever. Adrian, Wisconsin, what's up? If Canelo came out and said, I don't want to fight Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, anybody else with a belt. Oh, wait, Canelo sent all of those guys offers, right? All right. Adrian, Wisconsin, what up, champ?
What's going on? I mean, to be honest with you, come on, man, that's a duck. I mean, Ryan Garcia, of course he's following the Floyd plan. I mean, Ryan Garcia is ripe for the picking, you know what I'm saying? That's like when, you know what I'm saying, he knows that's an easy beatdown, big money fight, and then he's going to avoid all the other monsters in the division. I mean, that's a straight up, I mean, I love Floyd and all, but, I mean, they're just trying to get his record up, get his popularity up, and take no risk. Because honestly, Ryan's not a risk for Tank. Not at all. He's too green.
Thank you. And it's funny, you probably didn't even hear the interview. Tank said the same thing. He said he's not ready. He needs more time with the Canelo team. But somehow it's okay.
No, straight up.
Somehow it's okay because he's going to be getting his money.
That's right. I mean, that's an easy win. They're basically going to pay like what you talk about all the time. Ryan Garcia has a fan base. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a black fighter versus a Mexican fighter. So we know how that goes in boxing. You know what I mean? You see what they're trying to build. You see what they're trying to do. They're going to pay Garcia some nice money. They're going to get that win. It's going to be easy. It's going to be impressive. You know what I mean? And then he's going to sit there and fight some fucking bums.
Adrian. Great call. Great call. Thank you for calling in. CYP Boomerang, courtesy of 704.
I got two of them things, as a matter of fact, to repeat the same things I say that nobody wants to hear me say. Mr. Triple Rain Kang, listen.
Who's the other one from?
Triple combo. Very simple. You don't want this trouble.
Who's the other one from?
Listen, why don't worry about that on your own time. You got co-hosts, have them do their job. This between me and you. Everybody knows
it's not between me and you. We're talking Tank.
No,
you're talking me because you're obsessed with me.
I don't think so. Obsessed with you?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
You
no.
are.
You have a problem with continually saying CYP don't know boxing. Anybody who knows me or talk to me, I don't come after nobody who don't insult me. If you don't think I know boxing, prove it.
Well,
I don't think you know boxing.
Stick to the
so
script.
I'm willing to prove it.
Stick
me
to
and
the
you
script.
one-on-one on your own platform. I will demolish you. Get all the popular topics that we always talk about.
Is it your rules too? The way you change all the rules and everything else?
It ain't got to be my rules. It's
sure?
your show.
You sure?
It's your.
You usually do that.
Without muting. You can't win without a mute button, my man. You need a mute button. You need 50 minutes to talk.
Yo, guess what? You're muted.
Cut it.
Uh-oh.
I think you had that in the chamber ready to go.
Supermax sent the super chat. He put $10. He wants me and CYP in a debate show. I don't really understand it though. Like, why do y'all like to hear him yell? Like, where's the we can have a debate right now. Debate me how Tank ain't ducking.
Yo, you heard of the Mad Rapper? This is the Mad Debater.
But he's not debating. Like, he wants to debate. He's like, yo, what's your rules? What's your stipulation? Right now, my rules are debate how Tank ain't ducking. Oh, he's getting his money, man. He's young. He's black. He's getting his money. So you're admitting you lost.
Super chats.
Yeah, Sam UK, I think, was one of the ones that had the boomerang towards Mr. CYP. Boxing expert?
Yeah, boxing expert. Go ahead. My bad.
All right. Gata en luna llena. 3 laughing emojis crying. Translates into, he's like a pussycat when the full moon is out.
I only understood moon, so that's why I was like, damn, is he calling him a pussycat moon? Like, I don't get it.
Yo, Ken Stone, Tank not ready for Loma. Drop the belts. Laughing emoji.
That's a good point. Damn.
Mills
Lane. Go ahead.
You got it.
Mills Lane says, Tank super scared of Haney for sure. Yeah. That's no
scared
comment.
of him. I don't think
Scared
he's
of
scared of
Haney.
him. Bro, I think that is just money chasing, man. You already know, man. And he takes Ryan out. He takes Ryan's clout. And Gervonta's ahead of these guys in his career, man. He wants the money. Obviously, he's basically gonna do what Floyd did to Canelo, right? He got him young.
I'm just glad that today.
I can see that.
I'm just glad that today is the day that we have officially made it. You know, it's like we're coining it. He's going the money route. It's not a duck no more. We not shaming. Cause when my fighters do it, I don't want to hear people shaming my fighters. Everybody is like, he's going the money route, bro. It's all good. What's the matter with you? All right, Ian Philly, money route. Mario, we got Blog Talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did them all.
Negative. Slacker. What up,
that's
E?
hot.
What up, E?
Am I on?
You on?
You on,
Oh,
champion?
Hey, listen. Doom, you jumped out the helicopter, boy. Where was you at earlier? Hey, listen. I ain't no Canelo fan, man. Disclosure. Listen, I ain't no Canelo fan. But listen, man. Lara, Austin Trout, Daniel Jacobs, and Triple G twice. I don't like to, beat up people's resume, man. And I ain't no Canelo fan, but that's a good fucking resume. Get your money, man. I don't care who you is, man. I'm about, man, get your money, man. However they do it, because we hardcore boxing fans, but it is a business. If you're going to give me 1.7 to fight Danny Garcia, but you're going to give me 1.5 to fight Devin Alexander, I'm probably going to fight Devin Alexander. Not because I'm scared of Danny, but it's going to be a tougher fight, but I'm still going to make as much money. Like, that's what fighters do now, man. That's just what they do. Hey, listen, Ness, since this COVID thing, have you talked to the little sister from Philly, Raging Babe?
I did, like 3 times, man. I've been staying actually, here and there. I sent a message, see what's up with the card, if it's going to get back on. Nothing yet, bro. I even asked.
How's she doing though? Is she doing all right? Cause I know she a hustler, man. I like her, man. I like how she a hustler. I was wondering how she was making out. You know what I'm saying? During this time.
I mean, she hasn't announced any show, but I mean, she looks fine on social media. She's definitely on Twitter daily if you want to follow her. She's active too.
Oh, okay. Okay, because that was another one with TBG. Where you had connected her with a promoter with an interview or something. Remember you did the interview and she was like, "Man, thanks to you."
That television exec, he just put on his Instagram yesterday that he signed Michael Hunter, and Michael Hunter was in the video doing the whole cutthroat with the thumb on the neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm here, whatever. And he like, yeah, and we ain't gonna hold them back. Like after 3 fights, if he want to go fight somewhere, we ain't holding them back. Go get your money. I'm like, okay. So it looked like in October they're going to have a show.
What's that dude? He the exec of what?
He's the exec of the boxing department at Impact Network Television. But let me let you go. We're going to Hawk in Maryland. What up, Hawk?
Hey, what it do? What it do?
What up, champ?
Oh, y'all got a great show. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Champ. We do. We appreciate that, champion.
Hello? Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Yo, Ness.
We hear you fine, champ.
It's like we messing with him right now.
Nah,
Hello?
don't say nothing. We hear you.
Oh,
perfect.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we do. We do. Just talk, champ. We hear you.
All right. Okay, cool. Great show. I'm listening to y'all, but I'm hearing what y'all talking about? Tank Davis, right? His story sound a whole lot like Terrence Crawford. To me, all these people out here you can fight, but ain't nobody there to fight. It sound a whole lot the same to me, and it do sound like a duck. I mean, if it walk and talk like one, that's a duck. That's just my opinion.
And Hawk, man, you from Maryland, man. You supposed to have love for the boy.
Nah, I got plenty love for him, but you know what I'm saying? It's like they all got the same diet going. Money Team and Top Rank. They all got that diet where they pick and choose, they weigh, I tell you what, the biggest problem is nobody wants an L. At least not by the wrong person. Just like your boy took the L last weekend.
White.
What's his name? Got knocked out.
White.
Got knocked out by the Russian dude.
White.
Oh yeah. He got knocked out by the Russian dude. Now, had he held on and got knocked out by one of the other heavyweight dudes, it wouldn't have been a big deal. He wouldn't be calling for no rematch and all that, and everybody got this man.
You ain't lying. Listen, if you are on Blog Talk, you have to press 1. If we haven't gone to, it's because you have not pressed 1. CYP Boomerang.
Boomy.
Appreciate the boomerangs. And I think Gil gave me 2 counter punches with his 10. He just notified me of that. Man, listen. We could debate Tank. We could debate Canelo. We could debate anybody you want to, dog. Everybody has heard yo rambling and screaming. That's why I came onto the show, because you're a screamer. Now you want to come at me for screaming because I scream better than you. Don't back down. Don't be scared. Don't duck. Do it any way you want to. I am an expert debater. Been doing it since I was 5 years old. You wouldn't even qualify for the level that I debate. But let's just see if I'm all talk. Let's just see if CYP only runs his mouth. Let's just see if all the boxers who know me, all the trainers who know me, let's see if they don't really know me and I'm just running my mouth. Let's see if they don't call me and actually talk boxing with me to get my opinion. Let's see. Screenshots, receipts. I keep receipts for people like you, because people like you love to hate to your little audience. But a lot of your audience is starting to sway because of one thing: loyalty. They know I'm a loyal dude.
Cut it. So that was 1 more minute. He literally said we could debate Tank, which the show is about Tank, but then continued to talk about himself, screenshots, reassuring himself that he has friends that answer his calls. Oh my goodness.
Well, real quick, let's go to a super chat,
What's wrong with that boy?
Mills Lane says Tank was Haney mandatory and ducked to WBA. And got Gil here. CYP, defend yourself, homie. At least admit Haney, Loma, and Russell whoop Tank butt and Verdejo too.
Now, I wonder, does that mean he's not getting that unless he admits it? Uh-oh. Nah. We got a new call.
Oh, I step away for 5 seconds and Blog Talk kills itself.
It's jam-packed right now. I'm actually putting in the New Orleans.
504 is a new number.
Yeah, I'm on top of it. You already wrote it in?
I did now.
All right, good. New Orleans, who's this? First time caller, obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yes, sir. Listen, I think Tank doing this thing.
What's your name, champ?
My name's John.
John from New Orleans?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Stupendous.
I think Tank doing this thing, man. But also, I think it is about the money. As far as the Canelo thing, I don't know how other people feel, but the group of people that I know, the different gyms that I done went to in Texas, down here in Louisiana, man, Canelo is considered a young OG. And at the end of the day, Canelo could go anywhere on this planet and pull a card out. He could go to the poorest countries, he could go to the richest countries.
Tank can't do that. Tank got now. He got the young people. He got the young people in the social media era. What else? I don't want to sound like no casual, but shit. Let's go with Gary Russell. With Gary Russell, man, I don't know, man. Gary Russell got all the skills, but I think Gary Russell got some problems in house. It gotta be. But with that Leo Santa Cruz situation, Leo Santa Cruz is a good fighter. But I think everybody overcome thinking this man like Tank just gonna come in there and just ramrod him. I don't see that happening. If that's the case, then when Leo Santa Cruz is bump.
Cut it. You're gonna have to see. Mario, we got a lot of numbers there.
I know. I'm trying to see if any of them are from earlier this week because I haven't put some of the new callers in.
Call you, I haven't. Slacker.
But 443 is a new caller though.
Slacker. So is 845. That's new.
Are you sure?
I'm looking. It's new.
Okay, because I was about to check, so I'm gonna go new.
That's new. 831. Let me see.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
I got 831. Don't worry about it.
That's also new.
It's a new also? Wow,
Yeah.
dang.
All right.
Holy testicle Tuesday.
845. Is that Jersey? Oh, that's the Bronx.
Boogie down.
BX, what's up? First time calling the BX.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, what's good? That's Joel speaking. You can hear me?
Joel,
what's good? You can hear me, bro?
we hear you, Joel. Talk to us.
Clear.
All right, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Listen. That's considered a duck, regardless, my man. If you're mentioning money, wouldn't a Lomachenko versus Tank for undisputed? Wouldn't that make way more money than a Ryan? All right, so let's say he takes a Ryan fight. That's good. Get your money. But wouldn't a Lomachenko fight make more money? And if you're telling me that the casuals don't know Loma, stop playing, man. The man's been an Olympic champion. That's all they talk about on Top Rank. Pound for pound, who you think is buying these fights on pay-per-view? Not the casuals, but the hardcores. The hardcores put the casuals on. Stop playing, man. Y'all need to stop it. Lomachenko owns ESPN. He is pound for pound number one, and I'm pretty sure his ratings is more than Ryan's. And that's my call. That's it, man. It's crazy.
Yo, so it's Joel with a W.
Joel.
Oh, Joel.
Joel.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Shout out to the BX. We going out to 931. Where's that at?
Victory.
931 is... don't know. Oh, Texas.
931.
No,
It's 831.
831. That could be Cali, right? Well, Cali, let's see. 831, first time caller.
831 Cali.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
What's going on, bro? This is 40 Thief, bro, from Patreon.
40 Thief.
Oh, 40 Thief.
What up, Ted?
Yeah, what's going on, man? This is a long time listener, bro. As far as this whole tank situation, I don't think it's too comparable to Canelo, bro, because when Canelo was 25, bro, that already had scalps on his resume. I think he had fought like Cotto, but all the names before that, he had like Kirkland, Angulo, Floyd, Trout, Lara, Cintron, Cosacito, bro. So, I mean, I don't think it's too comparable in that regard. But as far as him ducking, I mean, I would say he's ducking, bro. He ain't got too many names on his resume. He's already 25, you know. So, I mean, I'd consider that duck.
Yeah, man. Well, at least you're giving us your honest opinion. That's what we need right here on the Voice of the People.
I'm glad you called in, man. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, man. So
it's
now
good to hear from the Patreons.
Now when we do Patreon, we got you in case you want to call in on Blog Talk or something.
Ness, did you put them in?
What you doing that? What the hell?
Okay, good. Well, you're the one. I don't know why you're asking how to spell his name. I was like, All right, I got it.
Because it sounded like Joel. It sounded like he said Joel. Like, you know, it was that BX. It was that thick BX accent. Like, yo,
I heard it well, but I started putting calls in, and you know, and then when you said that, I was like, shit, I don't want to go in there and mess something up that you did. So that's why I just stopped. But I'll finish it up right now.
All right. Well,
yo, my bad, JP, my bad, bro. You been told me, I've been thumbs you up. I apologize. This is just it's a lot of shit going down.
Long Beach in the house.
Yeah, Ness, I'm going to try to keep the same energy because I give Crawford a lot of shit for not wanting to go take those fights and seeming to be okay with the money and the contract. So I'm going to keep the same energy and same rules applies for Gervonta. Now, it's slightly different. I think the apple and orange to the conversation is the age difference. And that's where I put a lot of pressure on Terrence, like, hey, you should have secured the bag right now. Now it's time to secure the legacy. But Tank, same thing, same rules apply. You got to want the fights. My position in the fight game is to be a consumer. That said, all I want is the best. Boxing is the only fucking sport that the cream doesn't rise to the top and eventually fight face off. And so these guys get to do this, and it puts us as fans in sucky position. So, yeah, same rules apply for Gervonta. You got to want those fights, man. You just can't want to secure the bag. That's my call.
All right.
You got to go for legacy. And real quick, Basil Lomachenko says, I think we need a one-on-one show, CYP versus Ness. Just 30 minutes like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. Ooh, we're going to have them like politic rules and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know, I would get if somebody wanted to like do like a on-demand show. I get that. I just it would be difficult to do it like in any other form but on demand because like we don't know what we're gonna talk about every day. You know, and CYP doesn't even always join the conversation because you know he doesn't. It depends on what the topic is. You know, if he's not interested in the topic, he doesn't come out. So it's like, you know, you're gonna land it on a day where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying that. Look, if you were to be a co-host, you have to put the show before everything. You know, I'm on here checking numbers. You know, Doomy's constantly getting to the super chats. Like, you know, I know that's not what CYP wants. You know, he doesn't want to come on and actually be a host. He wants to come on and not get muted for X amount of time. So to me, that's an on-demand show.
Yeah,
with specific topic, you know.
Coach Rivera says, cállate tantas veces on the freaking call. Pudiste hasta debate about el maldito clima in here. They gave you call to laugh of how crazy you get.
You gotta
translate. We ain't translating that one.
Yeah, he said, shut up. So many times on the freaking call you could have debated about the motherfucking climate and weather in here. They gave you a call to laugh of how crazy you get.
Oh, I've completely misinterpreted what that said at first.
Oh my God, Mario, when you come, you're gonna learn Spanish a la mala.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw mad Spanish at you. You're gonna have to.
I want y'all to start putting the text.
But wait a minute. So your girl doesn't speak Spanish either? Neither?
Huh?
Your girl doesn't speak neither?
She understands probably a little better than me.
That's what it is. If she would have spoken, then
you don't see it as.
Yeah, no. If she would have spoken, it would have helped you at home.
You know,
the only coach does like troops now, so I've learned what like iron is in Spanish.
Boxing expert got another one.
Well, Coach Rivera said, "Let the show continue." Then afterwards, Candy Slim says, "Tank ain't a big enough name to sell BS pay-per-view fights." After Ryan, if it ain't a top 5, he doesn't do 100K. But chasing PBC, where Tank is chased.
Yeah. Did you get to that boxing expert one, or am I like late about butchering
No,
names?
that's the next one right here.
Yet. Yeah,
everyone butchered
I got it.
his name.
Okay.
Garvanzo.
Who's Garvanzo?
I think that's isn't it the little guy from Muffet Babies with the long nose, the blue one, Gonzo?
What? How is that even part of the? How is that coming in? I'm so lost as to why that's.
Gervonta. He's talking about Gervonta.
Is that what he's not? Everyone butchering his name. Which name were we butchering?
I have no clue.
But Garvonzo, I'm so lost.
Garvanzo.
I
Box
misinterpreted
expert.
it at first. Like I thought that he was saying,
I'm duped. I
bro.
don't
Okay, boxing expert, you have to like let us
a
know. What that meant.
garbanzo. I thought it was a garbanzo bean, but okay.
Garbanzo. Yo.
Garbanzo bean. That's hilarious, bro.
Yo, Davidian, talk to us. Yo, Niagara Falls.
What's good, Ness? Mario, Doomsday. Great show. That's funny. But I missed some of the show. I don't know because I was working, but I like Gervonta. I like all the young guys. But Gervonta, he can really fight. He seems like he can really fight, though. He got the skills. I just can't wait to see him and Leo Santa Cruz get on, but that's going to be a good one. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Charlos in September because they funny too. But I don't know. I just glad boxing is kind of like back because I've been waiting. Because you get some of these fights, it's like, why did I just watch that? But that's my call. God bless.
All right, champ. Let's see.
Real quick, let me get to Alejandro. He sent the super chat. Jose Alejandres. Tio can fight Loma on his 16 pro fight. Why not Tank?
Because he ain't ready.
You're not ready. But Mr. CYP is with a counter punch.
Yo, I want y'all to go support my cousin Rico G. Reason why I mentioned him? Because he's 100% Mexican from Laredo, Texas. Father is an immigrant. For all y'all who think he only supports black people, who you think helping support and fund his album? Me. That's who. That's the reason why people really deal with me, because I'm a real loyal dude. I help people every single day in my life. This is about debating. I am great at it, and y'all know that. If Ness don't want the smoke, all he got to do is stop speaking my name in vain, and I will leave it alone. I won't come after you if you respect the name. CYP is king. If you disrespect the king, I'm coming for you. If you don't want the battle, keep my name out your mouth. Because you obviously don't, because you keep ignoring every single person asking for it. If that's the case, just keep my name. Respect on it, and I'll leave you alone from now. I'll let you live. CYP out.
I actually don't need you to leave me alone. I just need you to answer this question, man. Is he ducking? That's
Call you Scrooge McDuck.
We got a new
man,
caller.
the names don't stop.
In the 917 New York City.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, this is not my debut. This is your boy David, a.k.a. Paragraph Maldonado. How y'all guys doing, man?
Oh, damn. So Mario didn't save your number because you called in already. Freaking Mario.
No, I saved the number.
It's so good, man. How long do I got on this call, yo?
You got a whole minutos.
Okay, and what's the topic?
Gervonta Canelo Davis says no to Lomachenko, no to Devin Haney, no to Gary Russell, no to Tevin Farmer. He says he only wants to fight Leo, and after that, Ryan Garcia. Is he ducking?
Gervonta Davis is a hell of a talented fighter, man, but I've seen this movie before, man. As soon as he fights an elite fighter in his division, he's going to turn into this generation Zab Judah and Adrian Broner. The future of the lightweight and the welterweight division is my guy, Teofimo, a.k.a. Puerto Rican Honduras Lopez. As soon as he knocks out Lomachenko, he's going to be the top guy in that division, man. That's how I see it,
Let's go, champ.
And Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz, I don't see that fight going no more than 8 rounds. Santa Cruz got nothing for him. He got no power. He got no defense. He's smaller, coming straight forward. Only way he wins that fight is if Tank Davis is out of shape and he gets tired. That's how I see that. As far as Ryan Garcia goes, he's going to have a tough fight with Luke Campbell. But at the end of the day, Teofimo's going to take that whole division, and Danny Garcia is going to take Errol Spence out.
Oh, he calling Danny over
He snuck that
Spence.
one in.
Yo, Boston, new caller, Boston.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Dropkick Murphy style.
I said Boston. I meant to say Baltimore. Sorry, champ.
On Blog Talk?
Baltimore.
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
This your boy Vontae, aka the best dad ever.
You said
Yeah, I wanted to.
you said Devontae?
Vontae.
Oh, Bonte.
Yeah, Devontae.
Oh, Devontae.
You can either one. It don't matter.
Devontae, a.k.a. the Bad Apple. So you a fighter or a rapper?
No, the best dad ever.
The best dad ever, champ.
Oh, I thought he said.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
There you go.
He claiming the throne. Champ.
I love
He out
that.
here sunning people.
I love that. The best dad ever. I love that. That's what's up. Take pride, man. That's what's up. Talk to us, champ.
Yeah. One thing I ain't hear nobody say yet is maybe what people need to understand about the money route is Tank ain't come from nothing. You feel me? He ain't come from nothing, so now he got an opportunity to get the money. So he taking that route. You gotta think about it. And I want to leave y'all with this question: besides Loma and Linares, who else has a better resume in the 135 pound than Tank? That's all I wanted to say, y'all.
I mean, I think you could make a case that Teofimo in that bunch has the single best win against
Richard Comey.
I mean,
yes.
nah. Listen,
not against Comey.
Listen,
no,
Tank,
against
Tank has the better win because Pedraza 2-time champ. Comey's 1-time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was Comey. I was saying, but I listen.
His win could improve if Comey comes back.
That's true. Okay, sure. It could be then. It's
said
debatable.
resume,
I think
though.
it's debatable. I don't know if you could say for sure one way or the other. I don't think you could, but it's close.
I mean, who else Tank fought other than Pedraza?
Nah, Pedraza was the one. Mr. CYP got a couple of counter punches.
The other one is Gamboa, obviously.
Yeah, Gamboa for sure.
Yo, do you give him more credit for Gamboa or Pedraza? For some reason, I gotta say Pedraza, man.
Of course, Pedraza.
Yeah,
but
Pedraza for sure,
Gamboa, but Gamboa's a name on his resume. You can't not mention it.
For sure. He definitely is. You know, and not for nothing, Cuellar to me is a name that does stick out too. But it's just not at that. I don't know. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell.
That is a tough sell. Boxing Expert says, "Ay, CYP, no pues, wow, ¿qué quieres, güey? ¿Un regalo?" It says, "Hey, CYP, well, wow, what you want, bro? A gift?" And CYP followed by LV Slugger as well with a counterpunch.
So CYP's is first?
Yes.
CYP.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
One thing I noticed is that your supporters do a whole lot of typing. My supporters spend money and they call in. I find that funny. That means that we showed up into a person-person debate with a live crowd. The people are gonna be repping me because your supporters ain't never gonna show up. They scared to show their face. They scared to show their voice. When is Boxing Expert ever gonna call in? When is what's my man Jared Lloyd ever gonna call in? You never even asked him to call in because it's something fishy about them. We've been trying to figure out who are these guys who got all this type power but ain't got no talk power. Those are the Nest fans, the secret Nest fans. Like I told you, if you could agree not to mention me in vain, I'll leave you alone. Do you want the deal or not?
I do not. Answer the topic.
Thank you. Already answered.
Debate.
I ain't got to answer the way you want me to. I've been answered it. It's over.
So he a
It's over.
duck then. So he a duck. So he a duck. You admitting it. You admitting it. He a duck. You admitting it. You admitted it. You admitted it.
Yo, Doomy, what's he talking about? Jared Lloyd calls in every day. His name's Intrigue.
Let me ask you something. Why all of a sudden for CYP there's a difference, right? You know, and even for what was my man that just called in? He said the best dad ever. What was his name?
Devontae.
Best dad ever. He like, yo, why ain't nobody bringing up the the Gervonta came from nothing. Okay, so Guadalajasco, Guadalajara, or Mexico, whatever the fuck Canelo from. That ain't
That's
nothing.
literally nothing.
That ain't nothing
You
over
Like
there.
they don't got nothing there.
What about Wilder when he was working in the Budweiser truck or in IHOP? That wasn't nothing. That's what I'm saying. People pick and choose who they want to destroy.
Tough job.
You pick and choose who you want to destroy. It's different. It's different. Yeah, I definitely need to cut it, man, because you don't talk about the topic. You be talking about yourself, man. You are Lex Luthor, the narcissist. Was it Lex Luthor? It was, right? Lex Luthor was that wrestler, the narcissist.
Lex Luger.
He used to come in with all the mirrors and shit. Remember him? That's CYP.
Yeah, his name Lex Luger.
I thought he was talking about Goldust.
Nah, whichever one was the one with all the mirrors, and they called him the narcissist.
That was the narcissist Lex Luger.
There you go.
You got it right.
There you go.
Lex Luthor, you said at first, but that's Superman's.
Batman.
Not Superman's nemesis. We're going to Boomerang.
Yes, it is.
I know, but I meant to say that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
We're going to Boomerang is Trey. I don't think you gave it away, right? You said you made sure to tell me, don't forget my Boomerang.
LV got one too.
Oh, LV, that's right. LV got a counterpunch. Talk to us, LV.
I didn't.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, that's what I'm trying to say. He gonna fight them. He gonna fight them fellas. Like they not even 25 yet. Like they got plenty of time, to fight them boys. Like Ryan is the bigger name. Like you know what I'm saying. They gonna bring the most money to Tank and Ryan. Loma need to be building himself up like how you be telling Charlo and Andrade to do with Canelo. Don't nobody know Loma. I mean, we boxer fans, we know him. Of course, we gonna know him, but don't no casuals know Loma. If Loma and Tank fight today, Tank gonna be bringing most of the fan base there. Just like with Teofimo now. Don't nobody know Loma. You know what I'm saying? We boxer fans, we know him, but don't nobody know him. He ain't bringing no money to the table, so why you gotta fight him now? He got plenty of time. Go and build yourself up to where, you know what I'm saying, we can get that fight. We can fight. We can have the Loma versus Tank fight. You not known, man. So you need to be building yourself up.
It's crazy, man. When Canelo fans take the you not known route, they get slammed. The fans get slammed for that. Yo, so how many counter punches left for CYP here?
I don't know if this one just left, but I'm working off of one stale hash brown from this morning, and
oh yeah, it was stale.
I might be wrong. Yeah, it got stale by the time I got to it. I warmed it up.
By the time you got to it, it got stale.
You know, typical show in the morning.
Oh wow, that's a pretty bad.
A little ketchup moistened it up. You know,
He need to eat.
It's all good, but yeah, I think maybe one more, but I'm not even gonna say it because you know.
CYP. How many more do you have, my friend? The Oracle. Oh, is that it? He's not coming back because there's no more?
End of the day.
How many you have, champ? We didn't hear you. Sorry.
Hey, end of the day, I appreciate everybody who appreciate my hard work and entertainment. I love entertaining. I love debating. It ain't no real big deal. Anybody in the back channel could tell you he ain't mad. He ain't gonna take it out on you tomorrow. But if you speak my name in vain, that is the way you get me. I'm like Candyman. You say my name one time and I get you. You don't need to say it three.
So
you need to say it five.
So he not moving like Canelo?
Speak it. Speak it, believe it, and I will definitely.
Is he moving like Canelo?
He can't move like Canelo because he ain't on Canelo level, my man.
Okay.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. He's not on Canelo's level.
And he's also not ducking according to you.
Don't you believe in Canelo? Don't you believe in the face?
I'm asking you already passed your time, so I'm asking you a question.
You asked me a question, I answered. Now I'm asking you a question. Is Canelo not Sabowski?
You didn't answer.
My God, you just said, is he moving like...
I tried. See, I was giving him more time. See, this is why we need to have you to be able to mute you.
Hello, darkness, my old
Go down these conversations. Like, we just trying to talk. Answer the question. I answer, you answer. Back and forth. It's called conversation. Yo, you got your man, boxing expert with the Spanish. He says, Pobrecita CYP, chiquitica. A ver, ¿quién quiere esa niña? ¿Quién?
Why call in when Ness beats you at everything, mi reina? Translation: Poor CYP, little CYP. Let's see who wants the little girl. Who? Double laughing emoji. Why call in when Ness beats you at everything, my queen?
Yo,
My princess.
the way
my
Ness
princess.
read that. The way Ness read that.
Reina's queen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Reina is queen, not princesa. You're right. You're right. Oh, yo, Mario. Somebody on Blog Talk.
I got you, champ. Yeah. Ooh.
King Born, what up?
Spicy taco?
Nah, it's like a wing I just tried.
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your.
Yo, I'm doing it.
You got shinobi'd by the service, champy.
See, he doing the Canelo thing. Gervonta Davis, he want that security. Don't. You know he's gonna take that plan and become the goddamn man. Everybody got to see. Is he ducking Devin Haney? All I want to know is what it's gonna be. He's not fighting Lomachenko. He need that security. Yeah. He need that security. That's the ODB style, y'all. Peace. You need that security? I'm gonna put sedan security. That's the old school joint. Know what I mean? I'm putting it in the chat. Peace.
Yo, that's what's up.
Holy Testicle Tuesday.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yo.
CYP was on the road.
I was.
Yeah, man. He was like, woo! Straight Ric Flairing it on him.
It's looking like.
Yo, that was David on
Trey
from the
yeah,
BK.
Yeah, that was David Maldonado. You got a super chat.
Super chat, MEasyBX. I'm with Ness on this topic because I be on Canelo's next the same way. I can't wait to hear Gary Russell's response to this Tank interview.
Super chat, DBX.
Whoa, DBX. You say, I say. CYP is only good for his money. He says he wants to debate Ness, then proceeds to talk about himself. Predictable and embarrassing.
Did we go to Dom in Seattle?
No.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Boxingwords.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great. Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, TBV. What's good?
What up?
So the show says Gervonta Canelo Davis. Is that like a joke?
I mean,
but anyways.
He says he doesn't want to fight Loma. He doesn't want to fight Haney. He don't
Yo,
want
I'm
to fight
telling
Gary.
these guys that he chasing the money, man.
Yeah.
Like the green print,
That's
right?
what I mean, but like that one boy from Top Rank, I forgot his name. Fuck it. It's coronavirus. Should just get your little bread. Don't get the big bread because it's gonna be small right now because you can't get no ticket sales. So fuck it. Just get the little bread. Learn how to catch weight, learn how to stay in weight, and learn how to lose weight without having to worry about losing your belt. That's my call.
Whoa.
Trey in the Bay, Boomerang.
Call PBC. That boy definitely better learn how to stay on weight, man. His fat ass. Hey, he looking fat. The last time I saw him, he looked like he had a big old ass. He looked like he had a big old ass stomach. Hey man, but these tank shows is popping this. Tank got a lot of people calling in. You got a whole bunch of first-time callers. Maybe that boy the star he say he is. Hey, and I ain't gonna call him Canelo. That's disrespect. That boy like the Mayweather. He trying to become Mayweather Jr., right? But he is skipping around on a lot of fights. It is what it is, man. Everybody doing this stupid ass shit. We want to see the good fights. He should have been fought Loma, but Loma is not in his weight class. Loma wants to drop down to 130 to fight him, which I would make him do if I was Tank. They waiting on him to get old the same way motherfucking Anthony
Tank
Joshua.
got a belt at 135, Trey. He just won that belt off Gamboa at 35.
Hey, that belt is only real when y'all want it to be real. Ain't you the dude who call out the WBA all the time?
Who?
Hey, but I'm a
no. Look, I'm the dude. See, I love it. See how you got caught? I'm the dude that be like, yo, what I'm supposed to do? Chris Colbert, my man, I'm supposed to be the one to tell him he ain't no champ. I ain't telling him he ain't no champ. We forced to call him champ. What I'm gonna tell Mario Bot? How many times don't I say that same story, Trey? Come on. That's what I'm saying. Nah, it ain't me. I ain't gonna be the one to say they ain't no champ when they saying they a champ. But that being said, don't say he ain't in that division. He that belt that he won, that you said he ain't in that division. He about to defend it versus Leo. It's gonna be on the line versus Leo. We going to my Gene Bet, New Jersey. What up?
I think I'm not gonna say that he's ducking. He has to finish this fight and then see what happens after that. But I'm sure that he's gonna be avoiding some of these guys because it does seem like he is taking the Canelo Floyd route. He is the big money guy in that division. I mean, let's be honest. But I mean, why wouldn't he? I mean, his two favorite fighters is Canelo and Floyd. So of course he's gonna try to replicate that. But yeah, man, that's my call.
Let's go, champ.
All right. Gene Bet looking like
stupendous.
J Mac. Did we get to J Mac?
Nah. Mac attack.
No, I don't think we did.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from terrorists.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing.
You want to bet on? You can bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Woo!
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Hey, what up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, champy.
Hey, Mr. Miss Weight, AB little brother, Tank Davis, aka Fat Man, aka Low Punch Selection. I'm not a big fan. I don't believe in him. I'm not getting duped twice. I was duped the first time with AB, and I feel like Tank the same thing. He let the fame go to the head. I don't think he put in the work. I just don't believe in him, and I'm not surprised he's gonna duck or doesn't want to fight the top guys like a Lomachenko or guys that can present and expose what he don't work on. For his Floyd and Canelo comparison, I feel like y'all getting a lot out of hand with it. Floyd ain't never paid nobody to take a dive for no belt. Floyd beat top competition for champions. Canelo is picking his way, skimming his way through the sport. Y'all love to make the connection. There's no connection whatsoever.
Cut it.
Call him no connection.
CP without
We
the
got
Y because it's a
Blog
counter
Talk.
punch for Trey in the Bay. Trey in the Bay.
Yeah, man. You cut me off for my last little seconds, huh? Hey, listen, he is definitely swerving all the top competition. I said that from the beginning. Hey, but I hope he never give Lomachenko that fight the way Lomachenko did Devin Haney. Fuck that boy. Franchise up. Hey, Tank, get the franchise belt. That's my call.
Let's go.
Yo, you see that right, Blog Talk?
Blog Talkie, champ.
I see Bruce.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yo. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yup. Crystal clear.
Hey, man. y'all gonna have to stop with the Canelo disrespect, man. That man who got I don't know who got a better resume than Canelo right now that's active. The people can't really compare their resumes to Canelo. Now, what he doing right now, taking his opponents and shit like that. Historically, that's what fighters did when they got to that level. That the apex of the game. That's what they did. And I mean, Tank. I think that I don't think that he's earned the right to duck Devin Haney, duck fucking Gary Russell, all these guys that's calling them out. I mean, they calling him out for a reason. I guess he got the name. They building him right, but he ain't done too much. Y'all can't be calling him no goddamn Gervonta Alvarez or whatever the fuck y'all call them. Canelo is the man in boxing, and his resume is better than damn near every active fighter in boxing. Go through his last 10 people and put him against anybody last 10 people. Canelo was that dude. Get that man his respect. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my call.
Soy el jefe de jefes, señores. Yo, Bruce, you know your boxing, man. You know your boxing, man. You know?
When you know, you know.
He told the truth on the topic, told the truth on the Canelo resume, man. People that know boxing, man. This is what we talking about, man. Great content.
You know what everybody says?
You can't win. Yo, we're going out to greatness in Harlem.
And greatness. Boxing bars. Veterano.
Greatness usually just listen, all good greatness. I just want to check in, make sure everything was A-Tang. 18, man.
Real thing this.
Yo, so that everybody except J-Mac on the final Boomerango.
Boomerango?
Yeah.
Boomerang.
J-Mac.
Hey, give my call to CYP.
Oh, CYP.
CYP said that he also had a missing counterpunch.
Missing counter. We just
He had a what?
Oh,
he said that that's what he said.
CYP Boomerang.
Boomerang in the counter. Let's run it back. Hey, who's responsible for the title of the show?
Cricket.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Kind of all come up
we
with it together.
don't have a cricket soundbite. Damn.
I'm gonna have to work on that immediately.
We know you scared. We know you scared to answer any questions. Whoever is responsible for the title of that show, they just contributed ducking to Canelo by adding him into Gervonta Davis' name. Whoever is created that title is calling Canelo a duck and insinuating that Gervonta Davis is trying to be like him. So if anybody on this show created that and is sitting here defending that he's not a duck, is a damn idiot. And that's why that person probably don't want to debate nobody with a post. Because they kill themselves before they even get into a debate. You calling Canelo a duck and then defending how he's not a duck on a show that you created, duckism. You were funny, man.
Yo, I really thought he was asking like how we come up with the title.
The funniest part I got out of there is duckism. Duckism. That's all I heard.
Duckism. Nice.
I heard play the soundbite.
Pathetic fool.
What's that other one that you do that?
Oh, I'm gonna hit him with
Is that your best? All too easy.
Also the wrong one. We're not in sync. I said that.
It came to me.
It's like duckism. That's how it sounded to me. It was like everything. Then duckism. Okay, I'm like, all right. He's got his own words, and it's all good.
Duckism, the act of not ducking. Facing top contenders.
The act of not facing the top of the division.
Duckism.
But now we're done. We're done.
You sure?
Except for my Gene Bay with the final boomerang. Ha ha!
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Got us.
Let's go, champ.
We didn't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm good, Ness.
Oh, you're good. All right.
All right.
Oh, Sony get a counterpunch. Pardon us, Sony. You know we got you with extra time for that, B.
In the zone with Zone.
Yo, I appreciate the extra time because God damn it, I deserve it. Yo, so I don't understand it because CYP basically took what I was going to say because I don't understand it. So are you calling Canelo a duck? Because that's basically what I was thinking. Like, dude, what you're comparing Gervonta to Canelo. So is that what you're saying? And that's one question. My second question is, since I got extra time, is when you started boxing bars, you allowed Stainless to be on the show. And I remember one show, he was on there the whole time. So if Stainless could be on boxing bars, why can't you let CYP do a show? Peace and love.
Ness actually explained the title at the very beginning of the show. Just a heads up.
Well, wouldn't you say?
So
Yeah, I kind of remember what he said, but see, earlier when Mr. CYP was saying that, I thought he was literally asking us how we come up with titles. I was like, well, there's a pre-pro, and
I thought he found like a grammatical error, and he was just gonna straight rake you,
rip it.
like the leaves on the fucking fall morning. But then he just went the other way, and it was like safe zone.
I didn't see that at all, but that's hilarious. Yeah, that would have been the fucking funniest thing. Only because like I wouldn't think CYP would care about the grammar, but yeah. Anyway, I forgot where I was going. That was hilarious.
For the people that don't get the title, like we spoke in the beginning of the show, it's the double standard, right? That's why I said have the same energy, right? Because they say
that was
Canelo,
like the theme of the show.
They say that Canelo is ducking the top, so then Gervonta must be ducking the top. But when it comes to Gervonta, he's not ducking. He's young and black and getting his money. Or he comes from poverty, so he's getting his money. Or he's still young, so it's okay. He'll fight those guys later. Or whatever other excuse you guys come up with. That is a debate. You know, the fact that you don't have a logical answer except, you know, whatever weird stories.
I'm gonna call it the paper route, champ. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, man, we're paper
route.
out.
Paper boy. All
Peace.
about that
Catch
paper
us on the
boy.
next one, man. Hey, film study in an hour and a half. Douche.
Peace.
Film study.